Good evening, guys, or good morning, I should say. It's 12:30 almost Pacific Standard Time, and I deleted that stream I did earlier. I said a lot of crazy things in that stream, and it was sorry that I deleted that stream, but I said just some really crazy things in that stream, and I apologize that I deleted it because it was a good stream, and I took you guys out and walked along the Coeur d'Alene's the world's longest floating boardwalk with you guys, and showed you some really nice scenery. So we'll have to do that again sometime soon. But hey, Princess, how are you this evening? But, I'm going to talk a lot tonight about true feelings that I have, no drama, none of that shit for entertainment or views or whatever. I try to entertain people, but I'm just not very entertaining. I mean, I like to do genuine streams. I like to mix it up, do a little plethora of everything on this channel. But I'm in my car, and there's a reason that I'm sitting in this car, and it's obviously not to show off or anything. Who the heck wants to sit in a car? This car's seat is basically like the most comfortable recliner type of seat I've ever sat in a vehicle. So we're going to talk a little bit tonight about my end-stage renal failure as well, and how that may affect, as well as upcoming plans. I'm going to go, and I'm worried, things I'm scared about. But you never know unless you take a chance, you know what I'm saying? I just got finished looking up a particular person's email. I'm not going to say any names. And I saw a vlog, or if you can call it that, a blog, more like it. And this particular person was, because I'm going to Oregon soon, and Milton makes the place seem like it is horrible, but it's funny because I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I can never be the one to hide one. So Milton, I looked up your email, and just a simple Google search revealed you were all happy and excited about Portland. Wow, 8:19 a.m. Princess, you are up early, my love. You are up early. So, I saw Milton talking about Oregon and how he met with people and how if everybody's real friendly, and he was basically saying the opposite. Dr. Rain, you were saying the opposite of what you said the other day in a video you took down. And the reason I believe you took that video down is due to the fact that Anderson commented on it, and I responded to him, aka letting him know that yes, he's not been blocked from your channel, and that that you and I both, John, can see his comments as well as the rest of your viewers, and you don't like that. You don't like me interacting with him at all. And you don't like dealing with him because, you don't like the flip-flop, and I get that. But yeah, I listen and I watch his channel. We all know that I watch John. We all know this. And since I'm going to Oregon, I wasn't trying to stalk or anything like that. I just want to know what I'm getting myself into. Okay? Because I'm a dialysis patient. It's going to take me a lot of planning between now and July on my deceased husband's birthday to get that trip going. Okay? I'm going to have to work a lot because I have a $400 car payment now, okay? And, let's see, $400 for my car, $535 for my rent, $144 premium for my health insurance, $78 for car insurance, liability only, Still got to go take this car to the DMV, get plates on it, get it tabs for it, all that good stuff. I lost my license, so I got to get that. Don't know how much. Plus, they're going to charge me taxes on whatever, on the, $2,780 that I'm paying for this car. And then, we're going to need gas, multiple gas tank fill-ups. We're going to need hotel reservations for this trip, but we're going over my bills right now. Those aren't my typical bills. So we got gas, we got food. Let's see. Medications. I have a lot of medications I have to take. I pay out of pocket for all my meds. And what am I missing? I'm missing a lot of shit. Power, internet, phone bill. Phone bill $60. Internet $73 something every month. And the power ranges between $30 to $50. And what else? I mean, I have more bills. I have to really get my ass in gear and build this website if I'm going to, because for this trip, A, this car's got to be legal. B, I got to get a hotel reservation. C, I got to get my dialysis set up over there. D, I got to figure out how much money I'm going to need to do things. It's expensive, especially in Lake Oswego, which is why I've decided not to stay in Lake Oswego. I will be staying in Tigard, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I looked up some of the surrounding areas, and I love the thrift shops. I love the nightlife. I love, the people seem friendly. I've been talking to a few people from Oregon myself, and so I'm going to stay in Tigard, Oregon. I'd like to stay at least 2 days. Okay, last time I went to Lake Oswego, that was like a one and a half day trip. That was on a Friday. I was back by Monday. Now, I was back by Sunday because I had a dialysis on Monday and I didn't schedule anything, and I wanted to get a head start just in case something went wrong, and I don't want to miss dialysis, so, because I missed that one fucking treatment, and I'm really paying for that right now. Botter, you're still up. Hello, sweetheart. I'm so happy you're here. You're really nice, and you're very witty. You showed me that side of you today in that stream I deleted because it was just too wild. Milton could really get me in trouble if he wanted to from the things I was saying in that. But anyway, I was reading a vlog, and Milton's tune was totally different, 10 years ago. Now, I don't know I don't know if this was I don't know when, I forgot the date of this blog, but Milton was talking to people. He was talking about how, he was, making friends with a Blazers fan, how I like the Blazers. I'm a Blazers fan myself. And he was obviously talking about how he likes the Celtics, and then he was talking about how people are real friendly if you put yourself out there. That was something that stuck in my mind that he said, if you put yourself out there. I don't see him doing that much nowadays. I think he's depressed. But he used to. He said he really enjoyed it. People are friendly. Totally opposite. I was shocked to read this from him. Even though it was a long time ago. I mean, who would think, his tune has totally changed. It's the opposite. He doesn't say that, Milton never says, oh yeah, people are friendly here in Oregon. But, here in Idaho, I say that. People are very friendly here. They're very, very friendly. And it's not a fake, how are you, just because you're in their vicinity. It's if you come up and you pass somebody on the street, they're genuinely going to greet you and say, hello, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? I mean, you've seen it a million times in my streams. Now, when people see me on the phone, I don't get as much of that because they don't want to interrupt me, because they know I'm streaming. But, I do a lot of this IRL shit, as you all know. I'm nervous about going to Oregon. No, Lily. Lily, come here. Get out of the road. That fucking little black cat. It don't listen to me. It hates me. It won't let me pet it. Out of the 4 cats that I have living in this house, that ain't mine. That one, well, they kind of belong to all of us, you know what I mean? Because they're always outside. That little old black Lily cat right over there, its name is Lily, literally. I'm not just making that up. It's the shyest cat, and it's lived here with us, and it's seen me walk down these stairs every fucking day for 2 years straight, and it still runs from me even when I'm real silent. It gets out in the road. I'm afraid it's going to get run over, and that nurturing instinct in me comes out because I love cats. I don't try to hurt that cat or pet that cat or anything because I'm allergic. But that cat should know I'm not going to hurt it by now. It is so skittish. And it only does it to me. It doesn't do it to the people that live in that house. It's so strange. Or that bottom apartment. That biggest one. Can you guys still hear me? Please fucking type 55 or something if you can. So yeah, I went to Berg's tonight. And I got blocked 3 times. Came back 4th time. I said, you're not going to block me out of the stream. Every time. I got 300 accounts, folks. You're not. Don't try to block me. It won't work. I'll keep coming. So I got pissed. Because Bergs was really pissing me off. But then I come back as myself and I was in the store. My phone died, Bergs, if you watch this or anybody else watches it. But I saw people that I like in there. I saw Daddy Carlos. I saw the, Mr. J, as I call him, JT. I adore him as well. Those are 2 people that I really like. And so I started commenting, right? And he's trying to extort money out of me and shit. And I'm just like, Bergs, you don't consider, and he does, at least he admits it, he doesn't consider that people have their own expenses. Marcus doesn't help me pay for bills, okay? Mark may buy me a soda at the store, put a couple dollars in my tank every now and then. But my bills are paid by me, and me alone, okay? And I have ESRD, and we're going to talk about that, because I want you guys to truly understand, because I have people that watch my channel that are currently stage 3 and 4 of kidney failure. And their diets are shit, and they don't follow the renal diet, and they're going to end up on dialysis. So, and I know that these people still watch. A lot of them don't talk, because my channel somehow sort of morphed into a drama channel with me falling in love with John. That's not something I can control, and I'll probably talk about him until I'm on my deathbed, but I'm not dying anytime soon. I'll fight like hell. But I'm not God. I could die tomorrow, Hey, Life with Linda, you're so sweet. Thank you for coming back. Plurpy. That's a funny name. Thank you for letting me know that. 14 of you, huh? Well, this isn't going to be a drama-filled stream. I've given you guys enough of that. Alright? I just want to be myself for a little bit. I just want to be calm, be myself. This is the real me. This is how I am in real life. It's not, let's just take a deep breath. So, I'm in pain. Major pain tonight. To the point where I went and gave in and bought a bottle of Advil, even though I'm allergic to NSAIDs and I'm not supposed to take Advil, because I have interstitial nephritis, which makes my kidneys inflame when the Advil and any NSAID goes through them. However, when I miss that treatment, I have an excess buildup of fluid, so I can't breathe. It's very, very difficult. That's why whenever you see me heard me inhale, I can only inhale for maybe like a second or 2, when I can usually inhale for a solid 10 or 5 or 6 more like it, if I do it slowly and exhale. I'm running out of breath just talking to you. I can't go upstairs and go in my apartment, because when I do that, I'm going to want to lay down in my bed, and as soon as I do that, I'm going to start panicking. You know why? Because all that fluid is gravity is going to bring it up to my chest, heart, lungs, and face, neck, and shoulders. And it's going to make me suffocate. And that is very painful and it's scary. Literally, I'm suffocating. I feel the fluid in my lungs right now. When I breathe in, I hear a crackling sound that lets me know there's fluid in my lungs. So I gotta really be careful because there's this very weird thing about dialysis, guys. When you miss a treatment, right? Because you go every other day, except on Fridays. When you miss a treatment, see how I'm kind of losing my train of thought? That's also because of toxin buildup. So I'm basically going out of my mind if I were to stop going totally. And let's say I called hospice in, or palliative care. Which I'm not going to do that because that's a hellacious way to go. But let's just say, it would be a grueling death. I think I'd rather die of liver failure than this. Because ultimately, if the toxins don't get you first, a heart attack will from the fluid buildup. And I feel my heart is strained right now tremendously. So please, if you're a Christian, pray to Jesus Christ for my life, okay? That the blood of Jesus just wash over me and protect me, because I have enemies on here. People that I'm in love with put spells on me and want me to be miserable, okay? And we all know who that is. But he's not the only one. I've made a few enemies, and they are actual witches. They practice the shit. They practice this black magic. They believe in it. And I've studied the occult a lot in my day. Not to do it, but you want to know your enemy. And, that shit is very real. It's nothing to mess around with. And it does work. And you don't have to be all that advanced and skillful and have an altar and all that. Literally, the power of suggestion is a real thing, okay? It's a real thing. So, prayers for you, sweet friend. Yeah. Hey, Harvey, what's up? Thank you, sweetheart. You're so sweet. I saw you singing the other day, Mr. Harvey. I saw you singing Elvis. You were very talented. Good looking, too. You've been having some nice cool weather over in the UK. Oof, boy, I love that cold weather. I hate the summer heat. So, anyway, back to what I was talking about. Please pray, because I do got principalities against me, and it's a real thing. It's not, just a belief or anything. It's been proven to work. People have practiced witchcraft for hundreds of years. There's a reason they do that. That shit works. If it didn't work, it wouldn't be in existence today. And plus, I've had my own encounters with really bad things happening to me. So, yeah. But Jesus Christ, they have to flee from Jesus. They'll flee at his name. You just rebuke them. The thing is, they can come back. If you don't have the Holy Spirit in you, they come back. And that's usually the case with me. And I don't know what they are. They're demons, but you can't see them. The Bible talks about that veil that a lot of people walk around having, this invisible veil over their eyes. And that veil is like the threshold between our reality and being able to discern the enemy, right? So that's my gift. We all have gifts that Jesus has given us, that Father God has given us. And I really had to do a lot of fasting, starving, really walking the straight and narrow to find out what my gift was from Christ. I thought it was speaking in tongues, but I can't do that. And oh my God, I would cry in my closet for hours, begging Jesus just to have a dream about him. And he delivered. He gave me a dream about him. He showed me signs. And just like the Bible says, the young will have visions and the old will dream dreams. Well, he told me I had the gift of discernment. And I still do to this day. To where other people see like a music video and think, oh, that's artistic. I see it for, that's actually an occult symbol. And you're watching a ritual take before your eyes. People just are so asleep. Sheep are asleep. And you don't want to be a sheep. But I don't want to, oh shit, I don't want to be no wolf in sheep's clothing either, which is what I feel like I've turned myself into. I feel like all the horrible things that have happened to me, I've been through hell and back, guys. You really don't know what I've been through. And I know we all got our own stories, but for me to be 28 years old and watch my husband die, and then losing a baby, and then, I got to deal with Mark, and then I got to deal with all these bills, and I have this organ that failed that I need to live, and all the side effects. I mean, that's a lot. Moving across the country, my father's had strokes, heart attacks. My mother now is, God knows when she's coming home. She has to learn to walk again because I think she had a stroke. And I go through this, and I really try to come out a stronger person and not let things get me down, but I can only take so much before I start to crumble, and I need help. It's okay, Harvey. I don't want your sympathy. I want your empathy. I want you to just pray and put yourself in my shoes and just be lend an ear, I don't feel obligated to stay in here if you don't want to or if you get bored. I just appreciate you guys talking to me and being lending me your ear, That's important to me. And I appreciate you guys. And I don't expect nothing else in here. I don't want your money. If I ever come on here and ask you guys for money, it means I'm homeless or on the verge of being homeless. Because I either got too sick to work or something really bad went down. So, again, I don't want your money. But anyway, I don't have a problem with people on this website who ask for donations and whatnot. I have a problem with the e-begging. The constant e-begging is really turning the Boyd community into a clusterfuck. I mean, it is sad. And I went into Berg's tonight, and I was talking, and then by the end of my phone died at the Albertsons. And, I couldn't even walk in there. I had to sit on one of the fat people's scooters, and I feel like such a failure when I do that. Because as soon as I start walking, it's good for your heart to fucking walk. It's not good for your heart when you're overloaded with fluid. And at a sitting, at rest, it's flying because it's having to work triple overtime to pump your blood through your body with all that, because it's having to expand like a water balloon to accommodate all that fucking fluid. I saw a picture today. I don't want to cry. Please, I don't want to cry. I saw a picture today of a woman, beautiful African-American woman, light-skinned, beautiful, older, beautiful woman. And she had taken pictures of when she got her transplant. She actually got the transplant. And they showed a piss jug, right? Like a literal, clinical, hospital one. Not that shit Elvis. Not a milk jug. An actual, legit piss jug that measures how many ounces you pee or urinate. So I don't like the word piss. It's very white trash. But, she had urinated, I was so jealous. Because if I could just urinate that much, I wouldn't be sitting in my car right now, suffocating. Because I feel the crackling, I feel the fluid, I feel my heart pounding, wearing out, slowly wearing out over time due to the fact that it's hard for my 5'3" small frame to accommodate all that excess fluid. So, and I want my transplant, and to do that, I have to comply. And I don't think they're going to let me take certain things like Xanax. I've already talked to Dr. Milky about it. And he said, Seattle might, but Spokane definitely won't. But you know what? Don't ever get enrolled in Spokane. Because they give you really They have horrible aftercare is what I've learned, okay, from a very reliable source. And he has known 5 to 6 people, I think, either 5 or 6, who received kidneys from Spokane. And they're really strict with their compliance. I mean, I don't even think they let you drink caffeine to be on their list. So that's how, whenever you go to the National Registry and you look up like the top transplant places, you're going to see them at one of the top, okay? It's a facade. Don't let that first, and their wait list is long. 5-6 years is a long time when places like Florida have 2. Now, we got to talk about the Tampa Bay area in a minute, because I saw something else that Mountain wrote that was a little odd, contradictory to what he says today. You know, people like me who are geographically retarded, I trust what he says when he says, you know, I've been to this place and this is what it's like, because I considered him, and I still do. I mean, I told him on the phone one time, I was like, I consider you a real guru of cities and all over the United States. You know, you really know your stuff, and that's a gift. That's very intelligent. But you can't, I mean, here I am reading something that he wrote, and then the stuff I see him say today is totally you know what I'm trying to say. I see this car right here, and plus I'm talking and I'm starting to get out of breath again. But anyway, are you the cop? Are you a cop? Can I help you? No, you must live there. But what was I saying before that? Oh, yeah, with the transplant. So that's going to take 4 months or so. Oh, yeah, with Spokane. Spokane is going to be ranking top on the list, high on the list, as being one of the best facilities, because they're really, like, only the healthiest of the healthiest get a kidney from them. The kicker, they die a lot earlier, or the kidneys reject and fail a lot of the time because they get poor aftercare after the transplant is done. That should tell you they don't give a fuck. Alright? And 5 or 6, for one person that I know that travels all over the country and knows, and his whole life revolves around this stuff, and, you know, he really advocates for kidney patients. My heart is hurting. I mean, when you have pain in the middle of your chest, that's a main valve right there, okay? And I'm not talking heartburn. It's not fucking heartburn. It's one of your valves, and it's your fucking aorta fucking up. If you have most people that die of heart attacks, and women especially, most women, they die from a certain heart attack where they get that the pain starts in the middle of their chest. Now, I have a family history of heart attacks on my father's side. My mother took a diet drug in the 90s called Fen-Phen, and that fucked up her heart. So she doesn't naturally have heart disease, okay? She's real big on, you know, weight and stuff, even though she's huge now. You know, she's struggled with it all her life, and my daddy's always been really thin. So, that's a story for another day, though. And that's another thing you'll notice when you need dialysis, is that you jump from topic to topic, and it's hard for me to focus. And it's just the toxin buildup. Fuck me. Alright, Harvey. Anderson and Liz on a live asked you for money? Linda, she is really rubbing off on him in a bad fucking way, because in the 12 years I've known him, in the 10 years me and him have associated together a lot on here, Anderson is cheap, and he would never ask anybody for money. He's very prideful and a real stickler about money. So, Linda, what did they say to you? I'm curious to know, because that fucking Liz is constantly asking people for money. She had admitted on live stream that her ex gives her money, and Anderson got pissed over that. Anderson likes to control his women. Okay, he's a dominant man, and he's not gay, for God's sake, and no, he's not bi. I'm so sick of people saying that about him. Anderson Henderson, I know, and I would bet my life on it, is not bisexual or gay. Not that it would matter. Listen, I'm into effeminate men. I'm into men dressing up. I'm into that shit. You gotta spice up stuff in the bedroom. I mean, I'm into normal stuff too. But I tried to get him to do that. He wouldn't do it. He's like, no, So, trust me. If he wouldn't do that for me when me and him were still intimate, no. And this was like back in last December. Okay. The guy is not gay. I'm sick of people telling me that. And he's not bi either. Now we're moving on. But that fucking Liz is nothing but a bad influence on him. Nothing but a bad influence. And she's popped off her little mouth at me 1 time, 2 times, 3, fucking 6 times. So that stream that I did on her, that's staying up because she got owned. And that stream I did on Bergs last night. God, sometimes I just hate my accent. But you know what? It's a charming accent. It sounds so uneducated because and I have a deep voice. So when you hear a southern accent on a man, I think dumb, retarded, uneducated. When you hear it on a woman that has a more feminine voice, and I can have a feminine voice, no problem. But I have to put on. It's not my natural voice. My natural voice is very deep. And that I started when I started working in these call centers 10 years ago. Because if you don't have a dominant voice, they will run your ass into the ground. So I had to learn how to talk like this. And I haven't been able to get my voice to go back to the high-pitched little southern belle that I used to be. Unless I consciously try to do it. It doesn't come natural anymore. I'm worried about my pancreas. I'm starting to learn that people with kidney failures, their pancreases give out, and they often need a pancreas, or not a pancreas, maybe either a pancreas or a gallbladder. But I think you can live without a gallbladder, so I'm pretty sure it's pancreas. It's right under, pancreas. They often need, the kidney transplant often goes hand in hand with the pancreas. And I think a pancreas is difficult to get because I don't think you can live without that. And they often have thyroid problems too. My thyroid's a little out of whack, but I got that under control pretty quick. It's, let me see. Hey, Carlos. What's up, Daddy Carlos? Baby, this ain't no kind of, everybody go watch Carlos Martinez and sub him up. He's our promoter. He's our rock. He's like a glue that keeps us together. I love and adore little Carlos, Daddy Carlos. That's what I call Carlos. And then go watch his new video with RV Davey. RV Davey's about dead as it is. He's always in the hospital. He's a ped. And he lives in the van, and he's got COVID. But go over and watch that video. That's hilarious. What are y'all saying? I'm not going nowhere. Aw. Yep. Did you see my last live stream about me talking about E. Begging Marshall? No, I didn't see that. I don't fuck with Elvis at all because I don't even like talking about him. Because I don't want to give him any more airplay than he already gets. I mean, he is the worst. I hate pedos, too. I like your accent as well. It's very proper English gentleman. Very proper. Good day, mate. No, that's Australian. No. I have a best friend of 10 years that I keep very, very secret. And this man has requested that I do that. He's so handsome. And he's got, I'm not going to talk about him. But I love his kid. I love him. And I have told him things that I've never told another living soul. That the secrets I would take to my grave, he knows about. And he's technically he's a ride or die friend of mine. Now, I met him through my deceased husband. Before he died, he would always troll my husband. My husband and him would go back and forth and troll each other in a playful way, and then sometimes in a very malicious way, because this particular man didn't like the age difference. But yeah, so let's talk about some more of the symptoms of ESRD, and then we'll move on to the forums and what Milton was saying, and then we'll talk about planning my trip to Oregon and what I'm going to be doing. I don't know how to pronounce that city I'm going to. It's Tigard, I think. I don't know if that's Tigard. I don't know. But that's where we're going, because Lake Oswego is just too expensive. I don't know why I'm going to Oregon. I just want to go. I enjoy it. I like being there. It's a lot. Washington has got so much COVID that it's mandated that you wear a mask everywhere you go there. Oregon is a lot like Coeur d'Alene, but I think the people are not as nice, and I think they are not as accepting, and that they're a little bit more racist. But probably the same amount of racism, and there's more minorities there. It's not all white like it is here. But as far as price range goes, okay, so again, we already went over my bills, but let me go over it one more time to think of what I gotta pay. So $400 for this car. Gas, I gotta put gas in it tomorrow before dialysis. $60 phone bill. I just paid the $78. I paid $158 because I got a month behind on my Spectrum. And then power is going to be $30 to $50. That's nothing. $535 in rent. And the insurance for the car. Goodness, $78. $144 for my health insurance premium. Groceries, food. My fridge went out. I don't have an air conditioner, so a lot of eating out, which is more expensive. A lot of, fast food and heat up dinners and shit. Let's see. And then we're going to need to make more money for the hotel reservation. I'm going to have to switch my dialysis over there. I'm going to have to... You have an unopened item from Decals. I don't know what that means. What's up, Born Mush? You said you wanted to marry me. Now, that was very flattering to me. What do you look like? How old are you? No, I don't need no sugar daddy. I got an ex that would give me anything I want. I guess he's the closest thing I have to that, Marcus. But, Marcus doesn't pay my bills. Marcus might put a few dollars in my tank every now and then or get me a drink if I want it. I try not to ask Marcus for money. Ever. He's real stingy. But he's not stingy, but it's like, it's embarrassing to ask. It's a ego hit to my ego. I'm so pissed that fucking Anderson and fucking Liz asked Linda for money. I'm especially shocked if Anderson did that. Not surprised that Liz did, because I've seen her ask her ex for money, and I've seen her ask Anderson for money. And, so I don't know what that... She's just rubbing off on him in a negative way. Because, there's a way to act on here. Oh, I want to apologize to John. And I know John enough to know that he will lurk this stream. And I don't know if he's in here now, but he'll watch it. I'm sorry that I left 3 really rude voicemails on your answering machine tonight, John. I'm sorry. But yeah, I was in Bergs, telling him to call Milton, and then he kept blocking me, and I'm like, listen, you're not getting rid of me, dude. And he had 40 fucking people, almost 50 in there tonight, and then my phone died as he was talking about, me for some reason. But, yeah, I just wanted him to know that I didn't leave his stream I didn't pussy out. My fucking phone died in Albertsons. But yeah, just the symptoms. I need to be going to dialysis every single treatment. I'm going to have to beat that shit into my own head. Every single treatment. And staying the entire treatment. Okay? And what sucks when you don't go or you miss a treatment is that your body becomes used to not going. So when you go, it's so goddamn painful. You can literally feel the fluid, especially if you have fluid overload. That's what makes it painful. Okay? Oh my God. When you feel your shoulders and your puffed up face and your high blood pressure and you feel that machine literally drain, and gravity starts to drain that fluid out from your face, cheeks, muscles in your back, shoulders, neck, upper body. It's been there for a few days, so your body's become adjusted to having it, there. So it is painful, but when it comes out of your tissue, when it's sometimes that machine is tricking the vascular system. And the vascular system oftentimes does not want to let go of that fluid. So when it is forced to, it causes blood pressure drops. But when you have a lot of fluid on and your kidneys regulate your blood pressure anyway, they're the main organ that does that, and it's sky high, there's nothing you can really do. It's just nothing you can really do. Take a blood pressure pill, yeah, but that won't really work. It'll work to an extent, but damn, not much. So when you have such high blood pressure and lots of fluid that your body's become accustomed to carrying on, and you can't breathe and your heart's working overtime, it hurts. But what hurts 20 times worse is when you're sitting to that machine with two 15-gauge needles in your arm for 4 hours, and people look at that and they go, oh my God, I'm so scared of needles. How do you do that? No, that's nothing compared to the treatment itself. It's shrinking that water, shrinking your heart as that water, drains out of your body. But that is a painful process. It's like pouring water out of a cup, but siphoning it out with a straw. And it's hell, because it's often, those quick low dips in your blood pressure can happen anytime, and you can die from that. You pass out. I get migraines. I've been trying to keep a migraine under control for days from this fluid. I even went to the ER last night over it, which they did help me. I was considering going tonight, but I don't want them to think I'm in there just to try to score drugs or anything, because then they won't help me. So what did I do? Then, I have to make more bad decisions, like take Advil, even though I have interstitial nephritis, which means my kidneys become inflamed. When I take NSAIDs, I'm allergic to them. But that's the only thing that'll control a migraine. Tylenol don't. And Tylenol is bad for your liver. And I watched my husband die of liver failure. I don't want to die from that. Okay? And Tylenol will kill the liver off if you take too much. So will liquor. And so will cigarettes. Cigarettes will kill your heart and your lungs and your liver. And, that's my only other filter now that my kidneys are probably less than 5% at this point. And there's an Oregon tag. I swear I'm seeing these Oregon tags everywhere up here, more so than I ever have in any summer of my 10 years of living here. Some kind of weird omen about that. You're 35. Well, you know what, Born Mush? I do like my men in their 30s, as you guys can all tell. That's a perfect age. Perfect. 30 to 39. No, 30 and early 40s. That's a perfect age range. That's what I'm attracted to. What's your favorite ball team? Do you ever deck out in your favorite football team or baseball team or whatever memorabilia? Because I find that so sad. See that swagger that men do. They got this East Coast swagger where they'll put flat top hats on, and like, for instance, Marcus reps the Raiders, and then, you got John repping the Celtics. He looks so good when he wears certain clothes. I'm just attracted to that. But, yeah, so did I freeze? Or 21 of you in here and nobody's talking? Can someone let me know that you can hear me, or did my shit freeze? Because I don't want you guys to be typing and then me not be able to see what you say because you can hear me, but it's logged me out. So can you type a number or something? 69 or whatever, if you can hear me. Yeah, those of you that watch this channel that have admitted to me you don't comment much anymore due to the drama, but you have that kidney failure shit, and you're eventually going to end up on dialysis. Thank you so much, Harvey. Mwah. But you're eventually going to end up on dialysis, okay? Do everything in your power to postpone it. Even if you know that it's inevitable and you think to yourself, fuck it, I'm going to have this dark colored soda that's really high in phosphorus, or I'm going to have orange juice, or, tons of strawberries or tons of fluids. You want to start trying to limit that. You don't want to be on like a total renal failure, dialysis diet, but you want to start, eating things that aren't rough on your kidneys. Dark sodas are rough on your kidneys. Definitely don't drink or smoke. Not even weed. Stay away from shit like red meats, and, definitely never eat pork. I hate pork. The only pork I like is an occasional hot dog and liver mush, because I grew up in North Carolina in the Appalachian Mountains, and that's a staple up there. So I love liver mush. But I don't eat pork chops or anything like that. I like a fried bologna sandwich, but we don't have those types of foods up here. I have to make them on my own, and I just don't even bother because pork's really bad for you. Stay away from salt as much as you possibly can. Start weaning your body into using the alternative salt sources out there, like the original Mr. Stash is alright. Cut your fat off your chicken. Fry it up. Bake it. Don't fry it up. Bake it. Or if you're going to fry it, don't use vegetable oils. Come on, use some olive oil. Just little stuff like that. And whatever you do, keep your blood pressure under control as good as you can. And your kidneys will work. You'll be surprised at how much longer they'll, work before you need to be hooked up to that horrible machine. And you don't want to depend on that. You can't fucking travel. It's really difficult. Look at all the shit I'm going to have to do just to go to Portland or Tigard or whatever it's called. Tigard. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to Tigard, Oregon. I'm going to drive through Lake Oswego, but I can't afford to stay there. I'm not going to work my ass off and spend all that money in fucking Lake Oswego like I did last summer. So we're going to Tigard. I'm just going to call it Tigard because it's a lot cheaper there. But it's nice. It's still nice. And I'm not going... I may go to Sherwood. I may go knock on John's door. I don't know. But... yeah, so we got to reserve the hotel. We got to get the dialysis set. In fact, I got a... can hear you. All Italians do that. Good. It's a lot better for you. I know the Italians love the olive oil because, my God, Milton John based himself in it like a fucking Thanksgiving turkey. Abby Watkins Chiptoff, 61720, helping you thrive on dialysis and feel well is our number one priority. Attending your scheduled treatments and staying for your full dialysis session will keep you healthier so you can do more of the things you love. We are concerned for your health, and your dialysis treatment scheduled is prescribed by your doctor and unique to your needs, missing or even shortening, because a lot of times I was leaving early a treatment can impact your overall health. Yeah, I'll say. Less time on dialysis causes a buildup of waste and toxins in your body that could increase your risk of hospitalization. I've been there lots of time. And a decrease in energy, you're damn right. In the past several months, you have missed the following treatments. March, 4 treatments were missed. April, 3, and May, 1. We want you to get the most out of your treatment and achieve best results. If you have a conflict with your treatment time or you're going to be traveling, please let us know so we can work with you to reschedule your dialysis. No, I need you guys to treatment adherence. Okay. Remember, your body needs a full treatment to achieve your best result. Follow your doctor's recommendation. Okay. So you can improve your overall health and live longer. See, that's scary, guys. And then it's signed by people that you guys don't need to know about. So, this is important, because I told the doctor that, hey, I'm close to getting a car, I'm saving up, and I worked my ass off, and then we got the car, but I owe 5 payments on it. Okay, there goes Lily up the stairs, so she's okay. She's so rambunctious, but yet so skittish and shy. Yeah, it's hard, Harvey. Oh, you're so sweet. You're Italian. You're Italian? Oh. You know how I like my Italians, Born Mush. Is that you that said that? Or was that Is Harvey Italian? Because you're talking about making Italian food, and then Harvey was talking about how he's Italian. Help someone burn down the Wendy's waffle. Just uploaded a video. You know who I think I'm going to start watching again is that Dave the Fisherman. It wasn't his fault that those 2 bitches got up there and ambushed me. I understand that he does he was very upfront and honest about the MFD shit when I first met him. So, and he was sweet on the phone the 2 times I talked to him. So yeah, I might start going back into his stream. And Wog is funny as shit. Please don't miss anything. But I don't watch Wog on his own. I usually watch him in Dave's. If I watch him, he's with Dave. So if you guys want to catch me, and I might be commenting in Bergs more as long as he don't start that light me up, because I don't have the money to light him up at this point. And yeah, he's right tonight. Before my phone died, when he's like, me and Abby were friends. She used to really light me up. Yeah, I did when I didn't have a $400 car payment. So this is the first, I've owned really nice cars, guys. This was something I was hesitant about, but I prayed on it, and the gentleman that sold me this prayed about it, and it was a total God thing. So we're good. Because I know this was the right choice, because the Lord led me to get this. Because I've always been against having a car payment. I've always been the type of person to say, look, if you don't have cash to pay for it, don't get it. But I don't have good credit, since my husband's medical bills ruined that for me. Now, moving on. So, it was so weird when I was reading this blog that Milton posted about Oregon a while back. He was saying how everybody's so friendly in Oregon. And it was so much better in Oregon than in the Tampa Bay area. Now, he said there's really not much difference in the nightlife either. He said, minus the fact that Oregon has less bars or, less places to go out and party, right? He was talking about how he was meeting people in Oregon when he said, but you have to put yourself out there in all caps to do that, and they're really friendly. Well, he doesn't do that anymore. I don't see Milton doesn't go out a lot and put himself out there and try to meet people. I know he doesn't. He's depressed. So maybe that's why he's hating Oregon now, because it's just so strange to see him write that. And then I watched a video made not even a week ago that's now been deleted. Please stop deleting your videos, John, for fuck's sake. You know, you are a monetized channel, dude. That's not good for your views and your stats and stuff. I mean, he did nothing wrong in that video where he was trying to convince these people not to come to Portland. Talking about how he wanted to get out of Portland so bad. But it's just so strange to watch him talk about how Tampa is shitty compared to Oregon, how great Oregon is. And then I see him now say the exact opposite. And you guys know what I'm talking about that watch him. He says, you know, he hates Tampa, or he'd rather be in Tampa. You know, he can't stand the weather. He can't spend another winter here. But then again, he did also mention that he was on vacation in Oregon. So, all that glitters isn't gold. And of course, I'm thinking that whenever he wrote these really positive reviews about Oregon a while back on this forum, he was using credit cards to party it up. Which I think, he paid it back, and it took him a while to pay that back. But at least he has good credit. My advice to him is to never do anything. Never let anybody, don't ever co-sign on a car or a camper or anything. Don't ever co-sign anything for anybody, John. And keep your good credit. That's my number one advice. I would hate to see him lose his credit. Because that's really all he's got. He has no renter history he has no renter's history. Okay. I don't know how old that truck is. Half of a fucking SSI check, because they found out his mother fucking helps him. That's another lesson. Don't ever tell Social Security Administration that anybody is helping you. They will cut your fucking check. And they will ask. So they cut his check. Which is really fucked up. Because he lives in a very expensive fucking city. And state in general. Even though, you know, there's sales taxes. Whatever. It's, you know, for someone that doesn't work, and honestly, even though he's able-bodied, I think he is disabled, to the point where he shouldn't be really working, because just everything bothers him, and he gets really frustrated, you know, and I noticed all that shit with Five Guys. I picked up a lot of what he was doing, and why that was such a failure. And for him to call me racist all the time, and say everybody in Idaho is racist, listen, you quit a job because a black man kept coming in sagging his pants. So, you know, a normal person that works, right, they're going to be thinking to themselves, I'm going to ignore this person, even though this wigger, or Nigger, is what it really was to Melton, is coming here sagging his pants, and it pisses me off. A normal person, when you don't get along with an employee, right, you fucking ignore them, and you go around, or you try to make peace with them, and because you have to work in the same vicinity, right? You think I've liked all the people that were in the fucking cubicles around me for almost 10 years until then I became a hiring manager, and then I became a supervisor by the time I quit. So, you know, do you think that I would, quit my supervisory position at Qualphone just because, or fire somebody just because, you know, one of my guys came in, I'm just going to say the wigger, so that people don't get offended by the N-word. I wouldn't fire one of my people on my team for coming in sagging their pants. I'd have a talk with him and say, we do have a dress code here. But it's more about his performance, because those places have such high turnover rates. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, a normal person thinks, hey, I need this job. I need money. I want freedom. Money is freedom. Money is my ticket out of my mother and father's roof, out from under their roof, and into another state where I want to be. Since he doesn't want a relationship, and he doesn't want to settle down, even though he needs it desperately. He needs somebody grounded. And that's also fun, and that also accepts him for who he is. Now, I have all that, but he doesn't like me in that way, and that's fine. I respect that. I just hope I just want nothing but the best from him. I'm trying to make him understand, like, no, you don't fucking just quit a job because you don't like what somebody wears. And normal people that work, you guys that work, you know this, right? Or that you have work experience under your belt. So when John goes to apply for an apartment, if he doesn't have credit, right? But let's say he saves up a bunch of money or gets a job or whatever. First off, they're gonna want a down payment. They're gonna want references. They're gonna want you to pass a background check. They're gonna want to know your renter's history, and you don't have any. So that's a big fucking deal. You're not a felon. Thank God you're not a felon. So, I mean, you keep saying you're gonna go to jail over somebody if you stay in Portland. Don't catch no felonies, John, because you'll never get a good place. Then you'll get a ghetto place that probably won't even give a fuck. But, like, for instance, my apartment, I moved in here in 2013. I had shit credit. So, you know what they made me do? A background check, fucking last month's rent, and a fucking deposit. Only part of it's refundable. You have to pay your rent every month. Obviously, you'll get evicted. They don't have a lot of faith in you because I had no renter's history at the time. No, I did. I had good renter's history because when Paul died, he died in an apartment that I was on the lease to. But I was young, so I had an excuse for not having a long list of renter's history. I'm 28 years old. I don't have that excuse. You're almost 40. You definitely won't have that excuse. So they'll look at that. They'll look at, don't sublet. Don't let people come and stay with you forever. And, just stuff like that, It's really hard to get a place of your own these days. And I honestly don't think Milton's ever going to be happy with anybody. He needs his own place. He needs his own space. And he's a big guy. He's tall. So he's going to need, I just don't think he can do an apartment situation because he's never going to make the money to afford that. And he doesn't have the renter's history, and he's going to have to pay out the water. The only thing that's going to save him and get him into a good fucking apartment is his credit. So I really can't stress enough to keep that shit, highest as you can. Don't go to hospitals. That's like one of the number one ways they fuck up your credit. Because I know he doesn't have health insurance. And he needs to get that fucking job. Jonathan, go to the dentist. Like, for instance, if you're poor, right? Like, we have Heritage Health here for poor people. Go look for clinics. Doesn't even have to be a dentist. Look for clinics in your area or the surrounding areas. Fuck, I'll do it for you if you were my friend. And I could easily find one that has a sliding scale fee. I'm going to say that word one more time. You need to go to a clinic, John, that has a sliding scale fee. That way they can pop that jaw back into place, because you're never going to get any relief from that until you put it back in its socket. And you can't do that on your own. That's going to take possibly an orthopedic surgeon if it's real bad. But I don't think it's that bad. They're gonna want to X-ray you and get that shit popped back into place, because I know it's out of place. I hope it is anyway. I hope it's nothing more serious. But if you do the sliding scale fee, they'll know that you don't have a lot of money, and then and you qualify for that because you're on disability. Yeah, so look into that so that you don't have to be in pain all the time. Because I know that when you're in pain, that makes you angry. Why am I sitting here what is wrong with me? Why did I ever meet this man? Why did God ever introduce this man into my life? Why would he let me fall in love with somebody like this? I don't know what the hell is the matter with me, but I'm going to start praying that God releases. I feel like it's almost a curse. You're half Italian. I haven't beat it yet, no. I thought I did, but no. But I'm kind of bored with it. I'm kind of pissed off with it because the graphics, oh my God, they're beautiful. I thought I had seen it all when I'd seen the most expensive video game ever made, which was GTA 5. But that pales in comparison to the graphics in The Last of Us 2. Now, the only thing I really don't like about it is everywhere, it's like a post-apocalyptic society, so everything's dull and dreary, and the buildings are abandoned, the grass is overgrown, there's these infected people everywhere that jump out and scare you, and you're already in a dark, abandoned building, so there's no color. I like to get up and sneak attack them, and it feels good for me as a woman to like get behind one of these evil men that's like way taller than me, because you get to play as Ellie and just slit their throat and do those sneak attacks. Because if you don't do that, a lot of times you'll have 5 or 6 of them run up on you. Sometimes they got guns. Other ones have mutated so bad that their face isn't even recognizable, and that kind of scares me. I have severe anxiety, so they're like, they just make these really scary ass fucking sounds, and they do this, and they click out of nowhere. They're called clickers. Ugh, those motherfuckers are scary, because they'll run up on you and scream like the devil himself. But, so I love to sneak attack those motherfuckers. I stab them. But when I saw Joel get killed by Abby, there's a girl in this game, and me and Marcus was laughing at me. They're like, hey, she's just like you. She even has a southern accent, and she's real mean. And she's meaner than a rattlesnake, but she's pretty, is what he said. And the character did look like me, the girl Abby, and she sounds kind of like me too. She has a southern accent. But see, what I hate about it, Born Mush, is that in the first game, right, years ago, the first game, there was no Abby, and Ellie's little girlfriend that died, she's is pregnant now. I just learned that. I don't mean to give away the spoilers, but so yeah, like, where did Abby come from? Why didn't Abby have what's Abby's backstory? I've been able to predict see, I like a game with a good story. If I'm going to play these kind of dreary ass games, they better have a good story. The game ended last time with us knowing that Ellie was the cure for the vaccine, but in order for it to be produced, she would lose her life, and Joel saved her, right? So I expected Ellie, like, because The Last of Us 2 takes place, like, years later, right, after this occurred. But we're still in this, they're trying to rebuild a little town, rebuild their society, right? But there's still all these infected people everywhere because Joel saved her, so there's no vaccine. So if you get bit by one of them, if you encounter them out in the wilderness, and technically you die, but let's say you didn't, then you become infected and you become like them. So I just got to the part where there was a flashback from 2 years ago where Joel came up, hugged Ellie, was worried because she took off in the middle of the night. And she's like, what happened to me when I was unconscious on that table and I woke up in the back of your car? And he's like, you were the cure for this and I didn't let them kill you. And I think, see, Joel, I cried when I saw Abby kill Joel, because Joel's backstory was so important to this entire game. In the beginning of the first one, he lost his daughter. So I think that's why, that's complex. That's why he took a liking to Ellie, and became obsessed with Ellie, is because, she takes that pain away of losing, him losing his daughter. But where the fuck did Abby come from? Where did fucking Ellie's dyke girlfriend, I don't know her name. Where did she come from? Where did her boyfriend that got her pregnant come from? Where did all these people that are on the other side that want to kill Joel for saving Ellie come from? None of these people have backstories. And so it's pretty much very predictable. Like, okay, we know that I pretty much, before the story plays out, as it's unfolding, all of my predictions are correct. It's like, a fourth grader could figure it out. They're killing Joel because he saved Ellie and she was the cure to this disease. So, because she was immune to it, because she got bit in the first one, and she didn't turn into a zombie like the rest of them, or clicker. So, I don't know. I can't wait to get to Abby and kill the bitch. I cannot wait to kill Abby. Before I left the house, I just beat the shit out of this African American woman, because this bitch is working for the enemy, and she wouldn't tell me where Abby was, and I blew her. Oh man, no, I took a hatchet and just, when that hatchet had spikes coming out of it, felt real good to kill that bitch. She didn't want to talk, so she lost her fucking life. But the game has another problem too. And I know a lot of you don't play games, so I'm going to move on in a minute. But the game has another problem too. And that problem is that during the fighting scenes, which there's quite a bit of them, there's a lot of them, it's extremely fucking loud. But during when the characters randomly talk, and they don't just talk during cutscenes, they'll talk while you're playing the game, and they're so soft you can barely hear them. So I'm constantly turning the TV up, turning it down, turning the TV up, turning it down. Like, literally, I could be walking over a waterfall, and she'll be like, "Get me out of here," and I'll be like, "Fuck, what did she just say? I couldn't hear it." So I'll replay the chapter, and she's like, and then I'm like, "Oh, she said get me out of here." So I'll have the TV turned up real loud, and then I get over the waterfall, and look, there's a couple zombies over there. A clicker runs at me too, and they're screaming at the top of their lungs, and you can hear me shooting. I got sawed-off shotguns and shit, and you got a heart from Noodles. Aw, that's sweet. But yeah, it's a fun game, you know. It's one of those games where, like, I know I had to play it because I'd been waiting on it for so long, and I loved the first one. And they got Assassin's Creed new one out too. I might try it, but I just couldn't get into any of them after Black Flag. I tried to get into the one with Elise in the, Palace of Versailles before the French Revolution took place. And it was, Unity. Me and Phantom were wondering what that was called. It was called Unity. I remember, see, I still got my little crazy toxic build-up mind still here because I'm young. But yeah. So that's my goal, guys. Hold on, I think I froze. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. We are back in black, baby. Back in black, baby. Just nobody's talking. There's 20 of you in here and nobody's talking. You guys aren't blocked. Even if you don't like me, this is a down-to-earth stream. I can't believe I have 19 people in here, 19, 20 people, and nobody's talking. What's going on, guys? Come on. I know some of you are listening because some of you are getting your day started. I know some of you like to lurk, but you don't like to talk. You've already admitted it. And I know some of you don't like to hear about me being with Milton and, all that. And I know some of you get bored with the kidney talk, and that's fine, but you still like to listen and lurk. But come on, guys. I told you I need a lending ear, and none of you are... I guess you just want to learn. Maybe it's 1:34 Pacific Standard Time here. So, you're probably tired too. And my voice, I've had 5 or 6 people tell me, "I'm listening." Ah, my baby's listening. My wife is listening. The only woman I've ever fell in love with is listening. So she must be tired. I'm glad you're listening, doll baby. 'Cause I miss you and I don't get to talk to you enough. Don't laugh at me and my feelings, young lady. You know it ain't sexual. You know, I just love you with all my heart. I would totally give my kidney for you, baby girl, if you ever needed it. You're the only good thing that came from fuck nothing. Anyway. Hey, Noodles, how are you, sweetie? Well, you took off early. Sweet little Linda was in here earlier. She said that Anderson, which is very, very out of character for him. In fact, I'm shocked. She said that Anderson and Liz has asked her for money. So that fucking-dated Liz is really rubbing off on him in a bad way. And, you know, she's just so bad for him, and his own friends try to tell him, and he needs to listen. I mean, that girl's smoking cigarettes, got young'uns apparently, and fucking cheated on him. Not even 3 days after he broke up with her, she's fingering herself in front of somebody in a truck. And he had to, like, pull her teeth out almost to get that information out of her, and she lied about it at first. That should tell you, Anderson, she's not got the loyalty. You see, I know that he wants a love and loyalty, but I know he's so goddamn insecure he's willing to go white trash like that. And plus she's in his vicinity, which is another reason. But he, just like Phantom was talking about, me and Phantom, I mean, when I say Phantom introduced Chad to me, okay? She was calling Noodles behind him. Oh, and Noodles, was she calling you behind Anderson's back? And, because I've seen her flirt with people that call Anderson a retard, like that Vlad gets up there and calls Anderson a retard. And he kicks him off, and she says, no, bring him back. Even though all he does is demeanor, and they go back and forth like me and Milton used to do almost, but not nearly as intelligent because they're both, I don't even want to go open that fucking can of worms, but you know what I'm saying. Anybody with a brain can read between the lines of Abby Brooke. So, anyway. Yeah, she likes him. She likes him as more than just a friend. It's obvious she has a crush on him. She's not 100% loyal to Anderson. She's not going to be no Natalie. She's not going to be no me. So when you told her I'm going to turn you into, you're the next Abby, no, the fuck she ain't. Don't you ever insult me like that again. And the last time I was in his stream, he kept letting somebody up there that he was convincing people was really me. I've never been on his panel, guys. He wants me to come up there. I'll come up there when it's not the Liz show. Okay? Liz can get her own fucking channel. When it's the Anderson, Henderson, Wingstar, Phantom, people from The Boy, and Carlos was saying earlier, like, I love you, remind me of old days. When it's the old days, no, don't follow. See, there's somebody over there, and then there's one of the cats, and come here. Don't follow them. Come here, baby. Come here. I don't want you to... Come here, good girl. Come here. Good girl. You're such a good girl. Good girl. She came. See that? Well, she's real skittish too, but she listens. Unlike that little old black lily cat. That fucking cat's the devil. But I like it too. But yeah, that's sickening. And he really lost a good woman when he lost Miss Bridges. But that's okay. Because... I'd give my life for her, so it was a total godsend for me She wasn't meant for him anyway. You know what I'm eating? Oh my god. Look at this shit. The fake Abby appears on Anderson. Yeah, make sure they know that ain't me, because I haven't watched him since. Now, he did kick him off because he said, oh, Abby's going to leave if I, and I don't want her to leave because, that's not really her. She's getting upset. And he kicked them off. But I haven't returned back since that fucking Liz insulted me more. When I was trying my best to be supportive, and that was something that I had to really force myself to do. No, it's not fair to me. You're absolutely right. But I'm eating... Do you know what Vienna sausages is? Anybody in here, southern folks? I used to love those damn things, but they're full of salt. They're really bad for you. They have these, what look like little baby penises. They're baby food, guys, but they look like Vienna sausages, alright? Like small Vienna sausages. And they have way less sodium content, and they taste 1,000,000 times better. So I got another jar of those in here. I'm going to eat in a little bit. I'm going to drink my coffee too. And see, I'm so thirsty. That's another thing about dialysis. It's so strange. Even though you're fluid overloaded, you become so much more thirsty. And it's like being stoned, having cotton mouth 24/7. When you have fluid build up, even though you can't breathe and you're busting out the seams, you can't, versus when you go regularly, you're not nearly as thirsty. But when you don't go and you keep drinking and having that fluid, but then you get so thirsty. It's not a matter of willpower. This is an undescribable thirst. This is like I've been in the Mojave Desert for days. I need something to drink. I'm dehydrated. So people need to expect that are not taking care of yourself, but your kidneys are failing you. Noodles, what you been doing? I want to see Tino. I'm going to come visit Tino. So what do you think about me going to Oregon? I forgot to shake that. Should I waste the money to go to that and work? Well, Carrie knows the truth about my life, but should I go to Oregon? I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to try to get closure with John. I need to meet John in person. And I'm not going to hurt him or cuss him or have any hostility toward him. And if I see him in real life, I know that he's not going to hit me, okay, or kill me like he says he's going to. He's not going to do that. You got to remember, I've watched him in the shadows for 10 years, guys. But I was dating Anderson. I couldn't come out and say, and he had me whipped for years, Anderson did, especially before he was medicated. That medication shit just started 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So he was a wild child before that. And I was his chick, and then, but I've always had this secret crush on John. I've had it for years. And, I would watch, but I had to watch from afar. I couldn't tell him I liked him. But he found a comment whenever he liked me, that he said, oh, look, here you are calling me babe, like 10 years ago. And I'm like, yeah. It's a good thing Anderson didn't see that at the time. But this is why I hate when he takes his videos and puts them on private, because there's a lot of memories there, Who's Satan John what? Satan John? No, he's not Satan. Noodles, this is a genuine stream. Yes, I'm talking about Jonathan Jangrandi. But I have issues. I'm in love with Carrie Bridges. Like, in love. And she's a woman. It confuses me because I've never loved a woman, like, in love with a woman, like, but it's not like a sexual thing. Though I would kiss her and stuff, but I'm not gay. I don't know how to explain it. It's strange, but I would give my kidney to her. I love this woman, and I'm very antisocial, though. I don't hardly text anybody, and she probably doesn't, I don't know, she probably thinks I don't care about her as much as I actually do because I'm distant sometimes. But when I'm distant, I'm like that with my parents. I'm like that with everybody. It's nothing personal. I'm still, I still love you. I still feel the same. Nothing changes. And you can always hit me up. You're one of the only people I'll ever answer. Others, and you know this, Noodles, I barely answer you. It takes me sometimes days to get back to you. It's just like a depression I get into, and an antisocial, it's anxiety. It's like, oh God, it's like a literal fear when my phone goes off. A literal fear. So I just don't know how to explain. I know Carrie gets it. She gets me in ways that people don't because she experiences the same thing. She understands. But yeah, I fucking own Liz on live stream Noodles. I owned her. Notice Anderson left a new song, and I don't know. I tried to look up the lyrics to it. Couldn't understand a word. It was an old Crazy Bone song, and I myself put one up on a playlist. Start looking for my playlist. I'm gonna start making more playlists that are going to be public, and the songs have meanings, and they're for people. So I'm very cryptic, read between the lines sometimes when I'm too anxious to say how I really feel. But tonight is one of those nights where you can ask me anything. I will be 100% honest with you, and that's a rare thing for me to offer that. So anybody want to play like Truth or Dare or anything? That sounds fun. Or you can just ask me questions, or I can ask you questions if you're down to be 100% honest, because I want to get to know you guys too. I mean, Noodles has been a supporter of my channel forever. Life with Linda's become a new supporter. You guys have been in my just about every stream I've done today, if not all of them. So that's very sweet for me. That's very precious to me, That means a lot to me. And so I want to know about you guys too. I don't want to be conceited. This isn't all about me. So, yeah, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to ask me questions? Do you want to play Truth or Dare? Let's do Truth or Dare. Alright. Yeah, we got 21 people in here. So come on, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's play it. Let's do something. Because I just want to get my mind off of the literal suffocation that I feel right now. No, Noodles, it's not that I don't want you to call me. It's that I don't want you to be offended when I don't answer. Abby got to go and do breakfast, hun. Talk later. Alrighty. That's what Harvey's sweet for stopping in. Genuine loser, Noodles says. I just talked to Carrie. We are very good friends. You told me the other day that she blocked you. 20 of you. Guys, come on. I don't want to make Noodles feel like he has to carry on the chat. Like, that's not fair to him. Oh, okay. Be good to her. I know you are. I know y'all are good friends. But you got that troll side of you. Boy, you were owning John earlier. Even I was a little shocked. And Linda was like, what happened to your holier-than-thou facade, Noodles? But I know it's not a facade. I know that, we all fall short of the glory of God. And I know that, that you're a Christian man because you know your word. And I know the word. So, I don't know the Old Testament, though, Noodles. I know the New. because we don't live by the Old Testament, but still we need to know it. It's hard to understand the Old Testament. It's a hell of a lot harder than the New, besides the book of Revelation. And it's Acts. I don't really like Acts either, but I like the Psalms. And I like, I don't know, I need to get back in my Bible. I need to get back on my walk with Christ, because I'm trying to fill that void that only His love can fill in my heart with things that it's like a bottomless pit. It never works. Fourscore, what's up, bro? Him and margarine. You mean baste him in olive oil like a turkey? No, I will. Let's roll his penis in margarine. Not margarine, real butter. Don't ever eat margarine. None of you. That's so bad for your health. For your heart. Man, that clogs arteries. Botter, let's play. Botter's cool. He'll do it. And what happened to Born Mush? Where did he go? Let's play Truth or Dare. Because I just said this is one of the rare nights. And my wife, if you're still listening, you're included in this. If you want to know anything about me, I'll answer it. Or if you want to do Truth or Dare, I'll answer it no matter what it is with 100% honesty. And that is a one-time thing tonight, because I'm in the mood to be genuine. You guys are cute. Got a ticket to the moon. I'll be rising high above the earth so soon. And the tears I cry might turn into the rain that gently falls upon your window. You'll never know. It's an old 80s song. Ticket to the moon. Remember that? I saw that. Okay, cool. Yay! Somebody's going to play with me out of the 20 people. I'm disappointed, guys. Alright. Well, okay, because I want to do it with you guys, too. I want to get to know you guys better, too. It's going to be both ways. It'll be fun, I think. Let's start. Okay, so, let's do Truth or Dare. Alright. Botter, let's do truth. Give me a truth, and I'll tell you. Literally anything. And you're witty as fuck. I saw that side of you in the stream I deleted that was a little too wild. That Melton could get me a warrant if he actually takes that to the cops. I could have him show up tomorrow with a warrant. Because I threatened him really bad. And I really went into details about what I'd do. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, Fourscore, your little rocket ship. I don't know what that means, but it reminded me of that song, Ticket to the Moon. Alright, Botter, I guess you're thinking of something. Come on, Fourscore, you do it too with me, babe. Fourscore's so handsome. I saw a Boyd Parodies. He went around, he's like, we're starting from the left and we'll go around. And he mentioned me and then everybody else, but he mentioned some people I don't know. But I saw Fourscore, and I don't get to ever catch Four's lives. But Four is a very good looking man, for sure. But I've always thought that. Look at that cat. I just try to have, respect for him and not hit on him because he's got a lady that he loves. Anyway, we're moving on. He has a great body. He's got a beautiful face and hair. I don't give a fuck about a body. Is it true that Melton John is gay? Melton John is bisexual. Melton John has lived most of his real life as a heterosexual man, but he is a closeted woman. So, and these are kind of okay, next, let's do something next. I know him well because I've watched him. Bisexual. See, there comes Noodles with his trolling side. Alright, Botter, let's see. I wish Born Mush was in here. Or Mr. Perfect, too. I've been trying to... Anyway. I'm Wild Thing. 4 score. Are you down to play? Are you down to play Truth or Dare? You down to play, Noodles? Botter said he's down to play. So, Botter. Truth or Dare, Botter? No, I'm good. If it was Carrie, because that's my wife. Can't do it with Linda. That's your woman that's disrespectful. Dare, ooh. Are you blocked over it? Well, let's see. I dare you to put a picture, a recent one, of your face as your avatar. Now that's a dare. And if you won't do that, do the privacy or whatever. I dare you to go make multiple accounts, at least 3, and go into Bergs' next stream and just troll the shit out of him. So whichever one of those you want to do. I dare you to flirt with Bergs to make MJ jealous. Oh, God. No! That's the best one yet. I'm not attracted to Bergs at all. Oh, God. I have to do it, though, or I lose. I can't. I forfeit that because he gets 50 viewers sometimes, and I can't have the people thinking that I like him in that way. Fuck, I can't for it. And then I like Jilly Bean, so the second one will be best. Fair enough, Botter. Fair enough. If you got some, screenshot it for me because you know I can't sit through all of his shit. I begged him to fucking call Melton tonight. He wouldn't, so I called Melton and left him 3 or 4 crazy voicemails. But his phone was off. It went straight to voicemail and only rang one time. But yeah, send me screenshots at 828-604-0918. That's my phone number. Advil. Where's that other, that don't matter. This is kind of, I guess this sucks because, because we can't actually, do anything. Truth or Dare, you need to be in real life. But it's kind of fun. I don't know. I'm just trying to mix things up. I'm trying to do something. Let's see. Well, the Noodles has shown his face. I showed my face a bunch last night. Let's see. I don't know. 1:58 in the morning. You know, I stay up really late at night. I'm a really deep thinker. It's a curse and a blessing at the same time. Because I have so many thoughts that go through my head, and I just don't want to be in love with anybody. I just want to, sometimes it makes me so depressed to know that either I gotta be your friend, or I gotta get closure, or I'm gonna end up probably killing myself, which would probably make him happy, because I've never felt this way about anyone. Not even Paul. And what the fuck, Noodles? What for? Ask Melton to send you a dirty pair of his panties, then stream you holding them up above your head like in the movie 16 Candles. Now that deserves a Golden Globe for comments That is funny as fuck. I just got that visual. Well, I've had... If I ever get on good terms with him and me and him get to be on a friendship level, I might just do that. Because he would never do that now. He thinks I'm a creepy, crazy stalker. When I'm really not, hell. But I can't. He needs to step up as a man, as a woman, as a person. And because I know he's real sweet inside. And realize how much heartache I'm going through because of him. Not getting to talk to him. Not getting to see him. When I'm willing to do literally anything for him. Like, I'm ride or die for him, you know? As a friend, like, why are you putting me through this hell? Why are you torturing me like this? I mean, he should feel ashamed. And he should try to reconcile and rectify or reconcile it. Noodles witty enjoys my company. She loves my robotic voice. She loves all men, bought her. But I do like her campaign against Stewie. He's a piece of shit. Well, don't eat that no more, Noodles. That's gross. Shit ain't no good. Probably had dog or cat in it. Butter, you do not get enough panel time. I wish you were on panel more. I've never got to hear Butter's voice. I have to check that out. I want to see what Linda looks like. How do I see what Linda looks like? Where's that one? People need to make videos. If I can show my ugly mug, you guys can. But no, I'm not ugly. Abby Botter is so funny. Botter was hilarious in my stream earlier, so I do believe that. But I need to hear his voice. I've never heard him on panel. What do you mean, Noodles? I was on Wendy's panel for almost 4 hours earlier. Oh, wow. Should I start doing that? Is that what you guys want? Would that make you happier? Because I really, I've been in this game 12 bones. I've been a troll for 12 bones, okay? And I always thought, well, but, we didn't used to have this back in the day. We had blog TV. I'm going to start going back over to Dave's. I'm going to apologize to Dave. See if he was the only person whose panel I went on, and it was always interesting because he can actually hold a conversation. He doesn't depend on everybody else to do it for him in his panels, which I enjoy that. Plus, I don't know what it is about me, but I kind of like a little bit of demeaning and the abuse and stuff. Because Anderson did it to me for so long. Hey, are you still listening, dear? Did I run her off because I called her my wife? I'm sorry. I won't do that. If that bothers you, just let me know. Be honest with me, and I won't do it anymore. Are you still listening? Let me know if you heard that or not. Otherwise, I'll have to text it to you, and I'll probably forget. Because I have so much fucking anxiety. It is funny. Now, I will admit that fake Abby is funny. There she is. Yes, it makes you uncomfortable. Is that what you're saying? Not to do it anymore? Or that you're still listening and that you're not uncomfortable? Because I need to know, hon. I hate your friends and they hate me too. Fuck you and you and you. When I handsome, bring it up and throw a tantrum. Everybody knows. Okay, good. Because if I offend you with that, let me know. But you know how I am whenever I truly feel something. Shake it out, West. I can sling it. Everybody, the Queen has entered the room. Everybody say hello to Miss Carrie Contrary. I was on your, Carrie, I was on your, Illuminati Splinter Cell 2 account where you have Carrie's got 2 videos uploaded of Melton John admitting to sucking off priests. Or to sucking off guys. I like Reckington, says Botter. I seen people are trolling, so I just laugh. Botter, no hearts, Reckington is going to hate you. Oh, goodness. No, that's not me. Okay. But it's fucking funny, Carrie. And I can read between the lines. I love Carrie to death. See how happy I get? I fucking am in love with this woman. And Anderson can suck it. Because she's like the only damn good thing that came out. Nah, I love Anderson, but you know, or I wouldn't be giving a fuck. If I didn't still love Anderson as like my brother and somebody I want to be okay, I wouldn't be giving a fuck about the bad things that Liz does to him. So. And I damn sure, I mean, I owned her fucking ass hardcore. Even JT's like, Abby goes hard. A little smart ass little cunt and fucking mouthing off at me. I'm sorry, I ignored it as long as I could because she's young. But why am I driving? What am I doing? I'm on Xanax right now. I couldn't breathe at all. So, oh my goodness, I'm about to run over some people. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay. Next time.
See, she said next time run over me. See what I mean? People in Coeur d'Alene are genuinely, hellaciously friendly. See what I mean? Don't let Melton John tell you otherwise, because he wrote in his blog, oh, they're so nice and great here. If you put yourself out there. Now that he's at home all the time, he's like, no, the people here are rude and mean, they suck. But they don't. See how nice? I told you guys it's the opposite. People are genuine. That was a genuine, nice encounter. Now in the South, where I'm from in the South, they'd be like, watch what you're doing, bitch. Women can't drive. Where I'm from. Okay, in the Appalachian Mountains. You gotta understand, I'm not from the normal parts like Asheville and Charlotte. Aren't bars getting ready to get out? You know, I can breathe now. I'm really relaxed. Xanax makes you really not care about, it numbs your emotions. I've had 12 milligrams. That's how much it took for me to feel anything. That's how high my tolerance is. But if it's any consolation, I went 3 days without them because I wasn't having any panic, and I prescribed them every day. So that's a cop, isn't it? No. I mean, I can still drive. I'm not, under the influence of anything like that's inebriating me or anything like that. Before somebody tries to come on here and say, you're going to get a DUI. No, I'm not. I still got that hospital bracelet on. She's out there. She's a very pretty girl. We went down here earlier, wifey, and it was real pretty, but I deleted the stream because it was real mean. And I apologize again to Milton for calling him and leaving nasty voicemails today. Granted, I told him I'm sorry, I love you after each one, but I was in like a mania type of episode. No, we're not going there. And I was like telling him, I hate you, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I do that, girls only say I hate you to the guys that they love. Unless, it's somebody like Bergs or, I'm not saying I hate you, Bergs, I mean it. But you can tell. Anybody with a brain can tell, and I have pretty sharp people in my... Oh, wow, what's over there? Let's go sit over there, guys. Well, I don't know. What's the temperature? That will determine. Yeah, no, it's 53, and we're out here near the water, so it's even colder. And it's dark, too. And I'm not paying to park here. Suck my freaking penis, or my clit. I'm not fucking paying to park here. You know what I do want to hear? Some ASMR. And I wonder if I roll these windows down and turn this car off, if I can hear the rippling of that lake. Very windy tonight. Makes it even colder. I'm going to turn this light. There you go. Oh yeah, I can hear that rippling. Yes, Abby, you're very smart. You're very smart. Abby, do you have a plan for getting to dialysis this week? Like an Uber? No, I'm going to drive this car, honey. Like an Uber account for days you can't make it on your own. Abby, do you have a plan for getting to dialysis this week? Like an Uber account for days you... Oh, no, I'll be able to make it on my own. I'm not going to miss any treatments. And if I can't make it on my own, then I need to be in the hospital. Carrie, I'm super fast and strong, so beware. Noodles, be good to her. You are a cute combination of very smart plus ADD. I know, I got ADD. Guys, Carrie's real smart with anything psychiatry related. I'm not talking retarded psychology. I'm talking the big time shit you got to go to school for years for to become, which is psychiatry. Okay? She knows more than most psychiatrists actually know, and she can fucking diagnose right on the money your illnesses, and she's very smart about it. So if you ever want to know, and she's willing, tell her your symptoms, and she'll tell on the donkey as far as telling you what you got. There's a fire up here I want to see, but it may be over at the resort. Oh shit, them damn geese are everywhere. Let's try not to wake them up. I don't want to get attacked. Although I'd like to go over there, but it's so damn cold. Sorry, I know I look like a dyke, but I swear, here I'm in my shadow. We'll put it up here so you can't see my shadow. God, that Xanax helped me be able to breathe. Otherwise, I'd be panting right now with all this fluid. You know what I want to do with the man I love? I want to bring him out here. And this will be open soon. They serve liquor and food and sodas and Italian ice or whatever that is. And just have a date here and just talk and like get to know each other, you know. Maybe rent a room over there. But that's real expensive. But there's a bunch of, and you can easily get to them, just go around here. There's a bunch of chairs right here that overlook this lake. I don't want to walk all the way back down there. It's too cold. Whew. The closer I get to that lake, the more I'm freezing. But it's beautiful. Where is that fire coming from, though? I could jump over it, but... Oh, that's coming from way ass over there. On the top of that. At the resort. It ain't no hobo fire, honey. To get to that fire, you have to have a room in that fucking resort. Jesus Christ. Well, they don't let hobos stay around this part of town. They'll kick them right out. You're not going to encounter any hobos here. I mean, we're in the middle of almost... this is downtown Coeur d'Alene. That's the Coeur d'Alene Resort right there. And then the sign, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here talking about the world's longest floating boardwalk. See? Can I turn flash on this? No. Nope, only whenever I... Bye, Carrie. Thank you for coming. Yes, dear, get your rest. It's just, it's beautiful. This world is, Noodles. Imagine how much more beautiful, because the earth is a shadow of heaven, and there's sin. But, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pluck me some of these. Well, I think those have. Marcus will like that. I mean, imagine what heaven looks like. And few will go. That scares me to death. That saying in the Bible where it says, don't quote me verbatim, but the path to hell is wide, but the road to heaven is straight and narrow, and only a few will come. And on that day, many will scream, Lord, Lord, and I will turn my face from them as though I never knew them. And I never want to hear the King of Kings tell me, I never knew you. But right now, if I were to croak, he would say that to me. I think he would. That's been my biggest fear since I was a child, that I'm going to go to hell. And I've tried to fill my life with so many things that aren't, I don't even want to talk about it. All this shit, materialistic, dumb shit. Pills, we'll just Xanax. Just whatever. Men, sex, a relationship, whatever. Thought I had a flower vase in here. That's not it. Well, whatever. Just put it right there. Thank God we got dialysis in 13 hours. How do those geese not freeze to death? Only a few will be anointed in heaven. The rest of us will live on earth as it is in heaven. Not if I go to hell, Noodles. You got to have the Holy Spirit and be baptized and born again to get into heaven. And when you're born again, you often hear those people say that sin repulses them, that they couldn't believe they were doing some of those things because of the Holy Spirit. But I don't feel that, Noodles. I did once upon a time. But that once saved, always saved is a crock of shit. Because when you start to backslide, the Holy Spirit is not going to reside in you. And that's what happened to me after my husband died. But I did pray the other night that the Holy Spirit start chastising me for my sins because I want to please the Father. And He did. He chastised me a few times about my lying. I'm a compulsive liar. Not to you guys, but in real life. Because I just talk my way out of anything. And sometimes I'll just fucking lie for the hell of it, just so my anxiety keeps it to where I just, I don't want to talk about it, And there were several times that I felt the Spirit say, don't lie about this trivial shit. And I told the truth. So, He's helping me, so I pray that the Holy Spirit keep doing that for me. But see, then I backslid again. And I stopped hearing Him. Or feeling Him. But I know He's with me. I know the Spirit's with me, the Holy Spirit. It's hard to explain to people who don't believe, Noodles? Yes, there's a hell, Noodles. Don't ever let nobody deceive you into saying that. Noodles, the Bible tells us there's a hell, honey. Or a pit, a lake of fire. There'll be grinding of the gnashing of the teeth. Grinding of the teeth. And people will burn. It says that in the Bible. So, I mean, that's God's living word. Yes, there's a hell. Don't ever let Satan deceive you into thinking there isn't. There's no fucking headlights. There we go. I'm just so goddamn calm. I just want to chill. Of course Jesus will destroy Satan, but, that's after the revelations take place. That's after the world ends and the new world's here. And all the people that, goodness gracious, that's after Antichrist and everything. Well, Satan go into the pit, but that don't mean all the people that went to hell before Satan gets thrown into the pit is going to magically get out of hell. It says once you're in hell, there's no coming out. That's why you got to get right with Christ here on the earth. That's just fact. I want these chickens. This baby food. I'm actually going to eat more baby food. Where is it at? I've been listening to I watched this Melanie Martinez, K through 12, and it was so demonic. It had so many demonic occultist references. I was disgusted, but I discerned it. I knew what I was looking at. And she sorry, I had to drain my little sticks. They look like little baby penises. It was an interesting movie, though, and she did give it to us for free, but it's got a lot of occultism in it. Look at this. That's the Old Testament. When people go to hell, they forget that they're Christians. That's what that means. They forget their lives on earth, Noodles. They're tormented day and night. Because the body, if you're absent from... I can't believe I'm eating chicken sticks made for babies, but they're so damn good. I have memories of eating this, like, as a child. I remember one time when it was snowing in in Appalachian. And this is when I lived in the foothills with my parents before I got taken away. No, this was up in the Appalachian. Yeah, okay. I came home one day and it was snowing. We never get snow. Ever. And, I was craving these like crazy as a child. Like an 11-year-old, but, Anyway, I was listening to this song, Copycat, which reminded me of Liz. And I liked the way Melanie was like, you're down for misogyny, but you call yourself a feminista. How the fuck ever she said, I got food in my mouth, too. Oh, shit. Is that a cop? Nope, just people wanting to party. Well, I don't know what kind of light that is. What are you doing? Bitch, that ain't a parking spot. But I wanted to figure out what that light was. Could anybody tell what that was in the shape of? She's just chilling. She might be a little tipsy. I saw that car parked at the bar a while ago. And it just closed. When Jesus resurrected Lazarus, Lazarus did not talk about heaven or hell. So where was he? Well, he wasn't. He was probably overcome with the fact that he just had been brought back from the dead by Christ himself to talk about Jesus or heaven or hell. And in fact, he may have, Noodles. The Bible just may have not mentioned that because he wanted to show the glory of Jesus and the miracle that he had produced. I mean, think about it. If you were resurrected from the dead, wouldn't you be jumping and being like, oh my God, who did that? And be like in the present moment? And then later get to thinking, where was I? And didn't people go into the into Abraham's bosom before Jesus' death? That's where he could have been. See what I mean? That's where he was. He was in Abraham's bosom because that's before Christ died. That's where they'd go. Now, what that means, I don't know. I'm gonna buy that CD. Where'd y'all go? Come back, Noodles. That's where he went. To Abraham's bosom. But You tell me what Abraham's bosom means, because I never understood what the fuck that meant. Poor little geese. I don't want to... They're starting to come up here off the water because they're fucking freezing, probably. I don't know. Are those the type of goose that, or geese that are acclimated to this kind of weather? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, we're not doing that. Call yourself a feminista. Well, there's no outlet over here. I am so curious to see what's on her window. Sorry, I'm going to roll my window down there. I am so curious to know what's on your windshield.
What was that?
I am so curious to know what's on your windshield.
It's my Uber Lyft.
Oh, nice.
I drive for Uber and Lyft.
Okay.
I'm just sitting there waiting for a ride, see if something pops up.
Nice. Well, thank you for...
I'm scared of you pulling up, you don't leave your lights aren't on.
Thank you.
Before you pulled out in the street and caught you.
I know, right? Wouldn't want that. Thank you. I didn't know that Uber had those great big-ass signs you could put in your fucking windshield. I thought that they just had the stickers. But that's nice of her to be out this late. But see, these arrows are saying not to go this way. That's why I didn't want to go this way. See, that doesn't say... There's no arrow pointing to go this way, so I thought it was over there, but it's right here. But it's a little confusing because it doesn't have one that says go out this way, even though you're supposed to. And my lights are on. And I'm not afraid of no cop. Yeah, I kind of am, because the car ain't registered. Because taxis are expensive and they charge more, like late night and stuff, you know, around here. Ubers are a lot less expensive. They just need to start taking cash. In some states, Ubers do take cash. Did my ship freeze again? That guy just got out and threw a whole... I'm gonna park right here for a minute. You call yourself a feminista. Da-na-na-na-na. So this is where that place I wanted to try that couple invited me to. Okay, well, I answered your question about Lazarus. He went into Abraham's bosom because that's before Christ died. Before Christ died for our sins, people went into Abraham's bosom, the Bible says. Now, what that means, I don't know. What the fuck does Abraham's bosom mean, Noodles? Oh, now, I was really pissed because they were going to... This used to be a San Francisco sourdough, my favorite sandwich shop, and they closed it. But they're going to have a crepe place here, which is going to be bomb as fuck. Let's back up. Because I like this dress. I really like that dress. Right there. That would look good on me in that jacket. I like that too, that pantsuit. What about the little girl that Jesus also resurrected? What about her? She went to Abraham's bosom. But what was Abraham's bosom? She's still in that store somehow. How is she in the store? That store's closed and that girl is on the inside where the mannequins are. Unless that's the owner or something. Look at that. Am I crazy or is she in that store? She's bent down in the store. Fucking Strange people. And there's all things Irish. You know, that reminds me of Carrie so much. Alright, let's get out of the road before we do get pulled. Pita Pit used to be up until 3 a.m. Look at that Muriel. Look at that. I can't say it right. What is that going to be? Is that going to be a tattoo place? Tattoo place. Nice. Goodness, get this heat off of me. The Moose Lounge is still open. They're not supposed to be serving people. You know, they don't follow the rules around here. You call yourself a feminista. Look at you men. It would be so easy to find one of your kids. Fuck you all night. But I'd catch STDs, 'cause half of you are college students, have more men than me. You're a bunch of sluts, as well as fucking any broad you can. And all these little college whores will open their legs for any man. But sometimes you just need the release to get your mind off of somebody you are in love with who doesn't love you back. Maybe. That's what all my friends keep telling me to do. Fuck somebody else. You'll get over Milton in a heartbeat. You'll get over Anderson. You'll get over all... Well, fucking hell. I mean, Anderson is like my brother, but Milton I can't get over. I swear to God, my fucking cats better not be in the damn road. Especially that fucking little Lily. Lily is almost blind. Not really, but she acts like it. She don't get out of the way in time. She didn't suffer because she didn't die the typical death. Come on, Noodles. Common sense, babe. Hold on, I'll read the rest of that. Maybe I misread that. Let me park my house here. I love how my neighbors know that I'm not going to parallel park this car, so they just give me this spot. That bitch don't, but she's not a bitch, but, you know. No, she's not a bitch. LOL, why would Jesus remove a little girl out of heaven to suffer again on earth? Jesus told the mother she was just wanting to be resurrected. Well, he was doing it to show these non-believers signs and wonders so that, you know, they would believe that he's the one true God, because who else could do that? Because the Pharisees were saying, you know, that it was blasphemy, witchcraft and shit, but, you know, witches can't fucking raise people from the dead. And where in the Bible does it say that little girl suffered? I'm sure Jesus can resurrect people. I mean, that girl, I don't know which one you're talking, I don't remember that one. But I'm assuming with his, because he can do anything, you know, with his divine divinity and power, that he didn't let her suffer, Noodles. Yes, but Jesus also said the dead know nothing. The dead in hell know nothing, Noodles. The dead in heaven do. But then that does bring up a point, because maybe they don't in both places. I know they don't in hell. But I'm wondering if they... Because it says we'll recognize our loved ones when we're in heaven. Okay? But if we know nothing in heaven, that could be a possibility, because if we were, because there's no pain, there's no suffering in heaven. It's a paradise, it's bliss all the time, no sickness. So if we were to remember our our people we left behind on earth, for instance, we would feel sadness, which goes against the whole it being, no sadness, no pain. So it's a little confusing. No, they didn't talk about it, but maybe Jesus left that out for a reason. It doesn't prove that there isn't a heaven or hell, because Jesus talks about heaven. He talks about, he goes, before I go to prepare a place for you, and my Father's has many mansions. Where is he preparing this place at? He's not doing it on the new earth. He's doing it in heaven. I go to the Father to prepare a place for you, a mansion. The Bible says that when we get to heaven, he'll give us our heart's greatest desire. Yeah. So, plus, if there's no hell, how do you explain the New Testament verse where he says, the people who die who aren't saved and don't believe in Christ it would have been better off for them never to have been born, because on that day there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth and the pit of fire. He refers to the pit a lot. He refers and warns Noodles about hell more than he talks about heaven, because he knows, and that goes back to that verse I said earlier, that very few will be getting there, because the path to heaven, the road to heaven is straight and narrow. The path to hell is wide, and many will fall victim, to the enemy. So, don't those verses alone make you think there's a hell? But when he was performing these signs and wonders, these were saved people he was doing it on. They were in Abraham's bosom. And he wanted to show people to save more souls to the kingdom. That was his goal, to get people to believe, so that he could win more souls for the kingdom, for his Father, for God. On earth as it is in heaven, what do you think that means? And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from... How does it go again? Jesus Christ, the Lord's Prayer. On earth as it is in heaven. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's talking about, the kingdom in heaven. The kingdom in heaven will be the earth, the new earth after Jesus comes back, is going to be like the kingdom in heaven now. It's going to be similar to that. That's what that means, in my opinion. Yes, we all suffer on earth. The word hell means common grave in Aramaic, Greek, and ancient Hebrew. Jews never talked. Yeah, well, the Jews have it wrong, okay? I believe in the Holy Bible, the King James Version, okay? Or even a new NIV version. There's too many things that Jesus warns in the Bible regarding hell and damnation. And it far outweighs, he warns people of that a lot more than he talks about heaven. But he does talk about both of them. Go back and read it, because there is a heaven and there is a hell. And I've already kind of proven that with some of these verses that I've told you about. In my Father's house there are many mansions. I go to prepare a place for you. You sit at the bridegroom table. Because, obviously they can't do that here right now. There's no new earth yet. Jesus hasn't come back. So everybody that dies right now, they're not just going into limbo. they're going up there or down there. It says the hell is at the core of the earth. Yes, he will become king of the world. Yes, he will. Well, he already is. He's the king of kings. But right now, Satan is the king of this world. I did, and I gave you my answer. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Hasn't come yet. So that it can be on earth like it is in heaven. It's late, Noodles. What time you gotta go to work? 14 of you in here. What are you guys doing? Little childrens. You're leaving now? Alright, honey. I hope you have a good night. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. And I hope you have a great day tomorrow. So am I going to be alone now, or is the 14 of you in here, none of you going to speak? What's going on, guys? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know why they do this, why you guys do this. I don't know. It's like you don't want to talk, but at least give me an idea to talk about. If you want to just keep hearing me talk, because I know some of you are awake, you're getting ready for your day, but then I know some of you are just lurking because you're scared to talk, but then I know some of you like to listen to my voice to sleep, or get relaxed. So it is what it is. Just please pray for me, Noodles, please. I'll text you, possibly if my anxiety isn't too bad, and ask you to pray for me, because I pray that I don't walk out of dialysis tomorrow with a freaking migraine. God, I just want to go back to the hospital right now. I'm not feeling great. I love you too, Noodles. Thank you out of the 14 people in here, I'm disappointed, guys. And I'm never disappointed in my fans, and not fans because I'm not a celebrity. You guys are human beings. You're my friends. You have a good night, honey. The 14 of you watching me right now, why are you in here? I welcome you, and I would like to talk to you. Guys, I can't do this on my own. I can, but I'm running out of ideas. We've only been going an hour and 14 minutes. So, again, if I go upstairs and lay down, I'm going to suffocate. Excuse me. So, now that Noodles is gone, and he was the one carrying the chat, and the 14 of you that are left in here, come on, guys, say something to me. Because I'm really hurt if you don't. That kind of hurts my feelings. I come on here, I pour my soul out to you, and you don't talk. Just type a number just to let me know you can hear me. I mean, at least do something, guys. What you call yourself? 4:15 now. Someone talk to me now that Noodle Caboodle left. Let's go back down to fucking 14. Who else? I mean, let's see. Is Mr. Perfect live or anybody? I want to jerk off. Fuck. But I can't get off with this fucking Xanax in me. I was going to get off to Milton, but I'm not going to do that. It's disrespectful to him when he hates me. And let's see. If I orgasm, it would help this migraine, but I can't on the goddamn Xanax. It makes your libido tank, even though I'm... I'll be back in 2 seconds. Keep a vent. Alright, I'm back. Let's just go to the hospital. Why not? It's not like I don't pay out the wazoo to get that shit. Just pump me full of Benadryl and get this fucking migraine out of me. Okay, we're going to turn that off because air conditioner makes heat run out faster. Oh, plus I left my charger over here yesterday. That really true. You are so different. 11 of you, and nobody's gonna talk. Come on, guys. Ugh, hear my neck pop? Hear that? Jesus. I need to get to a chiropractor. That was a real big pop. Cause you are colder. Play the same fucking songs, man. Don't you be a meanie. Little Nas is gay. Did you know that? Come on, guys. Stop doing this to me. Talk! There's 11 of you in here. That's so rude. Sit and lurk like that. I would never do that in you guys' chats. That hurts my feelings. But whatever. This isn't a shit show, so if you're here for a clusterfuck tonight, you're not getting it. Go back and watch my last few streams if you want to see that. Some hardcore rants and ownage. That were really true. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I'm da na na na. I get anxious going into hospitals alone. And I really hope they don't fucking, tell me to turn my camera off again. Check my bank account to make sure they haven't overdrafted anymore. What is 48 plus 9? There you go. No, 35 plus 9. There's where that fucking overdraft fee came. Is that a cop? Nope. I'm out here after bars have closed with not a soul on the road, no tags in this car. so tired, I just don't want to lay down and suffocate, dude. They're going to be like, you got a ride home? No, I don't. But I'm going to say I do. Because these people think that I don't have a tolerance to sedatives, and I do. God. Please don't let me get COVID over here. Fucking COVID, man. Noodles is driving. I'm driving too, honey. Also, my fistula has a bump right here. Well, no, actually. Emergency entrance. That really true. Na 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 na. I'm gonna help you. This time. I don't want him thinking I drove here. I don't want him seeing me. I look like hell froze over. Try to get myself looking a little decent here. Boy, that's a pain in the ass. I don't got makeup on, see. I'm not going to be talking until I get back in the room. God, that hurt. Fuck my fucking eyes are getting sensitive to the light. And I got way too much fluid on now that I drank it. Coffee and tea. And fuck your HIPAA laws. See, I can feel my heart beating out of my chest due to the fluid. Hey, it's me again. Yeah.
Grab a map for me right there.
Okay.
What's your date of birth?
June 2nd, 92.
June 2nd, 92?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your first and last name?
Abby Watkins Chiptoff.
Where are we here for?
Same thing as last night. I have a severe migraine. I have to get it under control before dialysis in less than 12 hours. Because the reason I'm having it is because I'm fluid overloaded. And what they did last night worked perfectly. That's all I need. And I want to get home and try to get into bed. But I can't sleep because I'm going to suffocate.
Why don't you even take the same room? How's that sound?
That sounds great. Nathan?
Yep.
The one with the little owl?
The little owl?
Yeah, it's a pediatric looking room.
Oh, I thought I put you in room 6. We'll see if there. I don't even know. I don't recall if there's an owl anywhere. I don't pay too much attention, I guess.
Goodness, my heart's just pounding. Trying to get that blood pressure down, but it's impossible with ESRD and overflow of fluid.
Why are you on dialysis at 28 years old?
I have an autoimmune disease, is what they told me. It was nothing that I did, called IgA nephropathy.
Okay.
And I also got a lot of migraines before, as my kidneys were failing, and I didn't know they were failing. And I took a lot of NSAIDs, and I have interstitial nephritis, so my kidneys become really inflamed when I take it because I'm allergic to NSAIDs. So those were the 2 reasons my kidneys failed. I am too. But hopefully, I'm young and I'm pretty healthy otherwise, so hopefully I can get my transplant.
Oh, I would imagine so.
Now, I just took another, no, I can't take Imitrex. It's an NSAID. Zofran under the tongue.
Yeah, that would affect it. We'll keep the lights down for now. I'll start hooking up to the monitor because we have to take it around the vital signs, okay?
Alright.
Do you want the gurney like that? Or you want
Oh, I left my charger here at the front desk.
Oh, it might still be there. We'll see.
Can we get it?
Yeah, it's still there. What color charger is it? Is there
It was a black brick and a long 6-foot glittery blue cord.
No promises. I'll take a look.
I mean, I just left it here last night.
Right, but we've also seen 200 people since then, so you never know. Things kind of float around. If it's there, I'll bring it to you for sure.
Thank you.
And it's at the front desk, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's my fistula.
I'm bad.
Oh, it scared me. I started to feel it really pound, and I was like, oh God.
All right, let's go on the other side.
Okay.
That didn't help your headache.
It's always on the left side too.
Sorry.
No, it's my fault for not telling you. Would that have possibly blown up my fistula?
I highly doubt it.
Why don't they let you guys use this arm for like IVs and blood pressures and?
Because the amount of blood in this area. I mean, if a person isn't paying attention, you could bleed excessively.
Oh,
you know?
wow. Yeah, and I already lost like 20% of my blood the other day at dialysis because the machine was leaking.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, things happen fast with the fistula. I'm sure it would have been fine, but at the same time, you just don't mess around.
What doctor's on call?
Winslow's here.
Oh, cool. I'm a frequent flyer, so.
Sure, she'd be happy to do whatever they did yesterday, if it worked well. Thank you.
Can we set the back of this little?
You ready?
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Hey,
Who are you?
I'm Chandra.
Are you the doctor?
I'm a nurse.
My
Yeah,
nurse?
scan your wristband.
Which one of you are my nurse?
I'm just checking you in.
Okay, you're
Chandra's going to be your nurse. She was here maybe yesterday, the day before, with migraine. Has a migraine again. Said the same, whatever work they did the other day worked great.
Will you look real quick out there for the
Charger.
Thank you. So yeah, Chandra, that's how you pronounce it? Yeah. Miss Chandra, I came in yesterday. Now, I missed a dialysis treatment due to my mother not being able to walk for God knows how long, and I was devastated and all that. So, I missed a dialysis treatment. I became fluid overloaded, have a history of migraines. I have dialysis in less than 12 hours. I'm starting to get one again. Pain's at a 7. Whatever they did, I just took a under the tongue Zofran 4 milligram for my nausea. see if that works.
You just took that?
Yes. Or no, about 30 minutes before I came in
Okay.
here. Thank you so much.
Well,
And they gave me, I didn't want Phenergan because I ended up throwing up even after I took Zofran under the tongue last night
When did the migraine start?
at about 8 o'clock. And it's progressively getting worse. I thought I could get it under control on my own, but I can't.
Did you take anything else?
No. Or Advil. I took Advil even though I'm not supposed to at all. And that didn't work. I threw that up. And then I took the Zofran. But I didn't want Phenergan because it was too strong. So they gave me an IV dose of Zofran and 50 milligrams of IV Benadryl, and that worked perfectly. I was able to go home and get a little bit of rest. I went home. I tried to. I'm suffocating. So I just want to get the migraine under control like I did. Do the same thing if possible.
What did they give you last time?
They gave me IV Zofran and 50 milligrams, not 25, but 50 milligrams of IV Benadryl.
Did someone drive you here?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, they didn't drive me here. They're going to pick me up. My
Oh, okay.
my emergency contacted.
How tall are you?
5'3". What is? Well, never mind. I forgot what I was going to ask because my toxins are building up. Whew! I tell you, Miss Chandra. I hope to God I don't get CHF before I get a chance to get a transplant.
Why are you on dialysis?
I have IgA nephropathy.
What's that?
Well, I asked the doctor last night what it was, and he said it's an autoimmune disease. And I said, "Is there any?"
What's it called?
IgA nephropathy,
Oh.
and I have interstitial nephritis, allergic to NSAIDs. And because I thought it was something I did, but they kept assuring me, no, it's an autoimmune thing, and there's nothing I could have done to prevent it, except maybe kept my blood pressure under control a little better so it wouldn't have accelerated as quickly.
You have dialysis what days of the week?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you, Noodles. Now, I'm usually extremely hard sick, and sometimes they have to do the Doppler thing.
Mm-hmm.
But your nurse Matthew last night found a really good vein over here that didn't roll on him.
Well, we will take a look, okay?
Alright.
No sedating medication in the last 24
No,
hours?
I can't keep it down.
Okay. You walk okay?
Yeah, I walk alright.
You smoke?
No, I don't.
Never?
Never smoked.
Okay.
No.
Any alcohol use? Monthly? Daily,
Maybe once a
weekly?
year I'll drink a...
Okay.
But no, I don't drink.
Okay. No illicit drug use? Meth, marijuana?
No, I don't smoke pot or do any illicit drugs.
Okay. History of MRSA or VRE?
No.
Okay. Who you live with?
I live alone.
Okay. When was your last period?
The beginning of the month.
Could you be pregnant?
No way.
Okay. I have to ask everyone these questions. Any weapons on you?
No weapons on me.
You homicidal or suicidal?
Am I homicidal or suicidal? No.
Okay. Do you feel safe at home?
Yes.
And with whoever, if you're in a relationship, do you feel safe with them? Nobody's beating you up or anything?
No, no.
Okay. Do you have a living will or a durable power of attorney?
I have a power of attorney.
Okay. It looks like you have a few different allergies.
Yep. I want to make sure you have that right. I have NSAIDs, prednisone.
Let me open it up.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I'm not trying to rush.
Oh no, I just want to make sure we get them all. It's easier if I have them in front of me. So, I have vancomycin causes itching.
And hives.
Okay. Prednisone causes hives. Fentanyl causes anxiety. anxiety, and then NSAIDs, kidney failure.
Correct.
Any others?
Nope.
This is Jack.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Jack. I'm the PA. I'm going to be seeing you first.
I've met you before, sir.
And came in because you got some headache going on?
No headache. I got a migraine. I'm trying to keep from becoming full blown because I missed a dialysis session this week, and I came in last night with I came in with. I don't usually like to come unless my pain's up to a 7 and getting higher. So what they did was I had taken Zofran under the tongue, threw that up, tried to drink a little bit, threw it up. They gave me IV Zofran because I didn't want vinegar and it's too strong, and 50 milligrams of Benadryl because it wears off quick for me and it doesn't make me too sedated. It just helps things get rid of the migraine. And I went home, I slept fine. I'm fluid overloaded, so that's why the migraines occur, and I have all that pressure due to my blood pressure being high. Also, if you could get my blood pressure down a little bit, that'd be great.
Do you take medicine for blood pressure?
But I haven't been able to keep it down.
Okay, what do you take for blood pressure?
I take propranolol, carvedilol, losartan, amlodipine, clonidine occasionally.
Okay. And what are your doses of medications? How much carvedilol do you take?
2 or 4 12.5. 2 12.5 tablets twice a day.
Okay. And how much amlodipine?
1 10 milligram pill a day. $40 milligrams of propranolol once a day. And 0.1 clonidine as, like, if it's sky high, only will I take that.
Okay.
So that's not an everyday thing.
Okay.
Sorry, my head's just, I'm throbbing on the left side.
How long have you had this headache?
Migraine started around 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. And you've had headache before earlier in the week?
Yesterday.
Or later, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, if it turns into full blown, I'll have no choice but to miss dialysis. I can't miss it.
Do you take any, when was the last time you did dialysis?
What's today? The week.
Now it's Monday.
So I did Friday, but before Friday I hadn't done it since Monday.
Okay.
I missed Wednesday. That's what's causing the fluid overload. And that's what's causing the migraine.
Okay. Any fevers, nausea, vomiting, anything like that?
Nausea, vomiting,
Okay. Blurry vision, double vision?
blurry. Well, no. My vision's same. If it becomes full blown, it'll be blurry, but right now it's alright.
Does the light hurt your eyes?
The light does, yes, and sounds. I was like covering my eyes coming in here.
Okay. Any other past medical history besides migraines? And kidney disease?
No, I'm healthy other than that.
Okay. And hypertension? No diabetes?
No, sir, no diabetes.
Okay.
Whatever they did for me last time worked fine, and I would just
Okay.
appreciate that again.
Any surgeries, chest or belly?
No, sir.
No.
So he put the IV in. They gave me some, since I couldn't keep the, I'd like something to get my blood pressure down, some Zofran and the 50 milligrams of Benadryl. I don't want to do Benadryl, it's way too strong.
Okay.
Take this off. So you're going to feel one here that's going to roll, and it's real deep. So don't do that one. But I got a real good one over here. It's up here. You put it in, and it was perfect. It hurt, but it was right here.
Yeah. I can feel that one.
Let me take a listen to your heart and your lungs.
Thank you. Now I'm going to breathe in deep, and can you tell me if you hear fluid?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I'm going to take a deep breath, and can you tell me, I think I have fluid in my lungs. Can you listen really carefully?
Sure.
I'm going to...
One more time. Okay.
Do you hear me?
I don't hear any rails in there. I don't hear any crackles or anything.
I was hearing it, and maybe it's, I don't know. Did you hear heart murmurs? Dr. Fu said I had a heart murmur last night.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can get your headache better. I didn't hear anything that was raging heart murmur in there.
Was my heart really fast?
Yeah. It's a
Could
little
that be
bit
due to
fast.
all the fluid overworking it?
Uh,
And my blood pressure, my God, 182 over 117? Yeah, doctor, I need something to get that down.
okay.
Because when I lay down, I feel that pressure in the back.
Okay. We'll get you something to bring your pressure down, and we'll get you some medicines for your headache, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Sure. You do dialysis Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Yes, I'm going in less than 12 hours. If I just got to get this under control.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get you feeling better, all right?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Sure.
All right, so what are we using, 22, 20?
20.
You feel like you got this?
Yeah.
Because they never can get it.
Well, I mean, I don't, it feels like it's a good spot. And, I can't, guarantee you I'll get it, but it looks really pretty
I have
promising.
faith in you, Miss Chandra.
Just try to hold nice and still, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, God. Oh, my God, that's really painful. Oh, God. You got it, yay. It's so crazy. You'd think I'd be able to... I get 2 15 gauges in me 3 times a week for 4 hours, but this hurts worse than... But I'm scared of this. Isn't that crazy? Oh, no, it stopped.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh. Why is it going? What kind of louder is he doing?
I don't know if he is.
Oh,
He
you
may
just
not
stopped.
be. We just...
Oh, thank you. In case you... I don't
Just
stick me
in
again.
case, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're videoing this?
Oh, no, it's a live stream that froze. I was just reading the comments because I don't want to make people feel like I'm ignoring them, but they can't hear us because it locked me out. Oh, God. Instead of this pure leaf tea, Miss Chandra, may I have just some ice chips to suck on so I don't consume so much fluid?
As long as you're not going to vomit, do you want to wait until you have the Zofran?
Sure. And then can I have a blanket and will you shut the door too when you get time?
Yeah.
And then should we put this back on? I don't want it to start puffing up when you're out of the rain.
Sure, we can put it on this time.
Because my blood pressure's really high. 182, 117. Heart rate, 91. And can we put the bed up a little bit more? Because I can't, if I lay back like that, I'm going to suffocate. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I want to plug this in. Oh, let's see. Ow, my fucking hip. Oh God. It's throbbing again on my left side. Alright, I'm back. Okay, I'm back for the 18 of you that aren't talking. Super Cereal, what's up? I feel like crap. Trying to get a migraine under control before it becomes full blown so that I don't miss the houses in the morning. Or at 2. What are you guys up to? Look at that blood pressure. My God. The only thing about this vein is that, like, whenever you bend, oh, God, it hurts. And last night when I took it out, I just let it sit and spray blood everywhere. Because it was so fucking painful. But I want my Benadryl and I want my fucking Zofran. I don't want that Phenergan. It's real strong. It'll knock you on your ass. 20 of you in here now. This is not that PD, the same room I was in last night. I was in the PD. Fucking 99 is my heart rate still, and 182 over 117 is my blood pressure. Is that up there? That my oxygen rate? We're being strong, honey. I'm the strongest person I know. Sky B1. Hello. Thanks. It's my own fault, you know. But, you know, you gotta make mistakes to learn. It just hasn't dawned on me yet that I'm not a normal person, so I can't keep pushing the envelope like I am.
Knock. Hi. Sorry to see you again. I saw you on Thursday. Do you remember? That's been a little bit now, so that's okay. I'm Dr. Wenzel. I'm working with Jack today.
Hi, doctor.
I heard you still have your headache and...
Yeah, well, I missed a dialysis session. I just got a newer car. I'm trying to get compliance and go to dialysis regularly, but my mother had a stroke and she's paralyzed. She can't walk, and I don't know when she's going to be home, and I'm really close to her, so that devastated me.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
that's
missed
hard.
it, you know.
What session did you miss?
I missed Wednesday, so
Well,
I
you
went
told me
Friday.
you went to it when I saw you on Thursday.
I'm talking. I don't think I was here Thursday.
On the 25th.
What was the reason?
For a headache.
I was here yesterday.
Yep, and you saw Dr. Fu.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
and I saw you on Thursday.
Okay, so yesterday I went to the. I had missed Wednesday, so I went Friday. But before Friday, I hadn't went since Monday.
Right.
Because of my mom, and then I got fluid overloaded, and that caused I was trying to regulate it as good as I could, but I got fluid overloaded, and I have a history of migraine, but if I try to catch them at home before they become full blown, which is rare because I usually wake up with them.
Right.
But
I have a phone call. Okay.
Basically, it's my fault for missing the dialysis session.
That's okay.
Why.
Well, we're going to get you some of your blood pressure meds and check some blood work and get your headache better, okay? I got a phone call, so I got to run, all right?
Okay. Hey.
Registration again, my dear. I know you were just here, so I'm going to make it quick. You got that headache again, huh? Oh, kiddo, I'm sorry. Verify your date of birth.
June 2nd, 92.
Okay. Last 4 digits of your social.
6607.
Okay. I have, make sure I have the right insurance, Medicare or Medicaid. You're not receiving any governmental grants or anything like that, research programs.
No, and I don't, I make too much to qualify for regular Medicaid.
Okay.
So I have a different plan.
It's the one that they pulled up the other day. It just says Medicare and Medicaid of Idaho.
I'll have to get the policy number.
Okay. I would assume it's the same ones that we had yesterday and...
Well, yesterday they told me that Medicaid updates and that they couldn't get the policy number.
Huh? I had no problem today. What? I don't know.
But I know I don't have regular Medicaid because I make too much.
Oh. Well, I got you covered, so we're going to leave that.
Good.
So we're just going to leave it. Okay, Joe. I'm going to steal one quick signature because I know you were here.
I'm
Here.
left-handed.
Oh, are you? This way. You're going to sign right there, and then I will date it and put a sticker down there and get out of here because I'm sure they're going to be hot on my trail to kidnap your blood and give you some medicine so they can make you feel better. All right, Joe. I got everything I need.
All
I
right.
hope you get better.
Thank you. Will you close that?
You
Shut that door.
You want me
Actually,
to shut the door? You got it.
I'm pretty sensitive to the light.
Yep, you got it. I'm gonna do. I hope this is gonna deter some of that. Is that gonna help a little bit?
Yeah, that helps a little
How's
bit.
that?
Thank you. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you. Okay, I'm here. What's the upside down smiley face for, Miss Skyby, huh? What's that mean? On the side of my arm. She ran out of the room before I could even... Can't the PA order meds too? Oh. Okay. Whatever works. Thank you so much.
The Zofran for you and the Benadryl.
Thank you.
And he ordered some Coreg for you.
What's court?
Carvedilol.
Oh, I take that pill for him. Think
Yeah.
that'll work?
Yeah.
Can you wait, place this over my shoulder? Let's see if we can.
So that'll come from pharmacy. We'll give you the Zofran, so hopefully you can tolerate it, okay?
Okay. How is this 50 of the?
It's 50, yes.
Okay.
This is the Zofran. So I don't understand, why can you not go to dialysis if you have a migraine?
Because I get so sensitive to the lights and the sounds that it makes me vomit constantly, and when I vomit, it literally, like, sometimes will push the needles out of my arm. It's that much pressure.
Even though I'm sure, like, they give you medication when you're there for
No.
Why can't they?
They just don't. The only thing they'll give you is Zofran. That don't help a migraine, and the Tylenol, and
They won't give you Benadryl?
they used to at my old clinic, but they shut that clinic down because people were abusing it.
Well, Benadryl's not really something like,
I know, you don't get high off this crap.
I mean, you can't, you take a lot, I'm sure, but.
People were like asking for it for every single, to make them sleep. So they got rid of it. But then they shut my clinic down due to water issues that was right next to the hospital. What the heck?
That never happens.
Was that like half the medication that just came out?
That's good.
What is this?
This is the Benadryl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Once your Coreg comes from the pharmacy, I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Is there a place we can plug this? Because I don't, in case my mama calls or something, I don't want to miss her call. It's a 6-footer. Would it be better over there or?
Let's see if we
Let's see
can
what-
get it to reach.
which- Why is it? Oh my. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, you're just top notch giving me the royal treatment. Will you shut that door?
Yeah, I will.
And is there a way we can turn off that monitor? Just put it in like standby mode. Oh God.
Sorry, tripping.
Oh, my head.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just startle easily because of the anxiety.
If you need anything, press that red button, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Oh my fucking God, I feel so out of it now. Oh, fuck yeah. That's good. It's gonna help my migraine a lot. I just couldn't find an emoji. They did give me the medications. Hey, Skyby. 17 of y'all, please talk to me, guys. I need you. I'm nothing without you guys. I love you like a family. See, now I'm getting high off the stupid Benadryl. Not high, but like it's making me loopy. It's one of the only medications that's not going to knock me out. Phenergan would, and it's way makes you really high, and I don't like Phenergan in IV form. In the pill form, it doesn't do that. But hopefully this will help. But I'm just, when you're under the influence of anything, it doesn't matter what kind of medication or whatever, alcohol or whatever, it makes you speak your mind. And there are so many things I want to say right now to the one I love, and he hates me, and brains out sometimes. Because I love Milton so much. Oh, God, I just said that out loud. Somebody fucking save me. I'll get home. I'm not thinking about that right now, honey. I'm fine. Oh, gosh. Anyway. Does anyone else want to talk before I end this stream? I'm gonna end the stream now, guys. I'll talk to you later. No one's supporting me when I want to end my time of need. But hey, you know what? You're alone in this world. When you die, no one's going to hold your hand. Who are you, Sky Bean? I remember. Have you been in here before? I think you have, but if you haven't, how did you find my channel? Or, you know what's really good? What you can't beat hospitalized, man. Oh my God, you're a friend of my precious husband. Well, you are definitely adored by me, dear. But I'm going to go ahead and go, guys, to the 14 or 13 now of you watching. I appreciate the support. Skybeat, thank you. And I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah.